Hello to everybody out there in the Snortex. Another day of digging around and seeing what's going on in Phil's life. And of course, what we have to talk about is pretty much the big news of the day. And my tagline is you've heard it here last for a reason. I'm sure the videos have already been watched, but that's okay. As reported by TJ Gamebox, $1,365, and that may or may not be a conservative estimate, but let's break it down. He got the $1,600 tip from Cuckaroony Dooney there. It was $1,600. PayPal takes some fees out of that. And I dug around and figured it all out. I don't remember what it was, but he would clear around $1,500 from that $1,600 tip. And it's no shocker that he spent nearly all of it. And I guarantee some of it went to, what was it, probably 50 or 60 bucks went to Burger King. And then immediately the next day was his day off, and they said they went and got food. So let's just call it $1,365 for WWE champions. And if you take that away from the 1,500, that's 135 yet left. So what, 60 on DoorDash, 60 on the day off, and then we'll throw the 1,365. That's 1,485 bucks. So thanks, Thomas the fucking Dent Engine. But in less than 2 days, the money is gone. That's it. And with basically nothing held out for the tax man, because off a $1,600 tip, don't forget, you got to pay the tax man to the tune of a couple $100. I mean, just 10% of that is $160 alone. But he said they did a lot of shopping and they went out and they got food, and let's also, the DoorDash and everything. And of course, this on WWE Champions. And so Duty had posted a video a little while ago, and I was able to grab a screen grab from that because I just kind of want to show what he has been spending on WWE Champions. And you see here for May, his little, last little freak out here, $1,365. But you can see that from April 27th until May 31st, he didn't really do any big, crazy blowouts and go wailing out. Gee, funny, because he hasn't been hitting goals and he's been worried about money, and he keeps going on and saying that he, got a bunch of memberships on Kick, but they're going away and he needs more memberships. So isn't it weird for someone who sold the account? You'll notice that $2,800 2 days before his birthday, almost like it was in anticipation of the birthday event that happened on April 6th. He also on April 2nd got $900 from, I don't know who the fuck, what cuck was it? Was it OIC? I think it was OIC. He got $1,000 and then scored $2K off of the birthday. So look at all that spending in April, $2,800, $1,100, $900, $1,100, to the tune of $5,956 in April. But now look, then everything fell apart. The birthday the birthday was good, but then the Viewers Illusion of Choice Marathon, that illusion it was, that didn't go well. And if you look miraculously, no big spending. And so we have this little blip here. So really, is it any surprise that the account was quiet for almost a month? Not that he's not playing every day, because it's totally that. You know what I mean? So that was just weird. Something, of course, I wanted to talk about. I don't know what sweaty JPEG he was hoping to get, but wanted to talk about that just briefly while we all gather in here today. So he is at 17.5 for the year. So if you take 17.5 which I did, and you divide it by, we've had 5 months of the year. We're into 6, but we've had 5. That breaks down to an average $3,500 a month. Well, if you take $3,500 for shits and giggles and you multiply it by 12, that comes out to $42,000, which I think is around what he spent last year, 41 or 42,000. I've said before that we were projecting somewhere between like 45 and 48. It could still hit that. We don't know how much money he's going to get. It could be more, it could be less, but right now he's projecting like $42,000 this year. And that's, like I say, about what it is, between 40 to 45,000, but none held for taxes. This dude is broke. This dude is busted. There's no savings. I don't think he's holding what he needs to hold for taxes, or if he is, it's coming out of somewhere else, robbing people to pay Paul. Robbing Peter, excuse me, not people, robbing Peter to pay Paul. I don't know if he's dipped into Cat's money. I have no idea, obviously. I'm not privy to that information, and I don't really want it, if I'm being honest. Anyway, I do have a Snort Burnell clip that we can take a peek at and jump into. So let's go ahead and do just that. The very first thing that you see here is confirmation of how much he spent, but this is old. This is from like immediately the day after he got the money. He just went out like 900 of it, like poof, just gone that night. But remember, he was off on Saturday doing all that running around. Well, he still managed to spend like another, like, you know, $300 or whatever. So, oh boy, let's just go on ahead and get into it. This talks about like Nightreign and like all that kind of stuff. Oh, I guess you can't even find that dude on social media anymore either.
Zangief says, why don't we do a trial run of the Cologne reviews for the 100? Because people are assholes. That's why.
He's either cheating on his taxes or he actually is broke as fuck. I don't know if he just, maybe regardless of whatever taxes he owes. I heard something about like you can do payment plans or something. I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's a thing, but like apparently you can do payment plans. So maybe he just goes, fuck it, I'm not going to pay tax, just put it on my tab. I don't know if that's how, I don't understand how that stuff works, but maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know. And maybe he didn't. I mean, let's also, there wasn't zero in his bank account when that $1,500 hit it either. He's dipping into money. It wasn't but, you know, a week and a half ago that he got his YouTube check. So I'm sure there's still some left over. He could also be getting big chunks of money behind the scenes from dents like this guy, you know, from OIC or from, you know, whoever. I don't know. But I also do think that he's putting a lot of other stuff that I know you can put on payment plans, shit on Amazon and all that kind of stuff. I know for a fact that I heard now that you can put there are payment plans for DoorDash. If you spend like $100 on DoorDash, you can use like a pay in 4 or whatever it is. So you'll pay $25 like in little increments. I don't know. Is it like once a week or I don't know what it is, but you can take the DoorDash totals and actually break them up into payments.
Complete, you know, dickheads on the internet, and they think that they could try to treat me with mass disrespect and then I'm going to give them stuff. Well, I'm not. So I had an idea for the Cologne reviews. To be honest, I didn't think the Cologne review was going to be a very serious thing. I was going to try to ham it up and make it funny, but I thought it would still be informative for certain people. And I said, let's do it, right? No, I'm
putting sweaty JPEGs on layaway, maybe, possibly, or even what's going on, honey. Virgil, what's going on?
Make fun of me, say it's the worst idea I've ever had, and clown on me. So
wow.
So now people can fucking kiss my ass. I'm not ever going to do it. It doesn't matter how much they ask for it. It's their own fault. They ruined it. You know, you could have had me doing stupid Cologne reviews that would have been funny and everyone could have had content, but instead they had to be dicks and toxic morons. So now you get nothing.
That doesn't make any sense, though. It sounds like that person was legitimately saying you should do the Cologne review. So in theory, they didn't make fun of you and tell you that it was a stupid idea. But you have now told this person who wanted it. I mean, it was a fucking stupid idea. It would have been funny, though. But because people made fun of you and clowned on you and you got embarrassed. Now you're like, well, fuck it. Now nobody gets it. That's a pretty rude thing to say to someone in your chat who's asking about the Cologne review.
And it's your fault. You have no one to blame but yourselves for being disrespectful shitbags. So I'm not going to do the Cologne review.
That person could have legitimately thought that was a good idea, but got told, you can kiss my ass because you made fun of me. I know detractors made fun of him. Hell, I made fun of him. Everybody made fun of him. But this person might have legitimately wanted to see it. So I don't understand. And even if the person is trolling, LARPing, whatever the fuck you want to say, which it probably was, but nonetheless, he doesn't know that.
Refute.
Just seems weird to me. Soulblade, I appreciate you. I had fun making it. I will continue to do episodes of Filibuster. I may not always do them if I watch the daily wrap and it's particularly like boring. I wanted to try this one out to see how it was, but albeit his daily wrap, I mean, he was kind of toxic, but it wasn't that particularly interesting in my opinion. But I wanted to give it a shot and see like how I would record it, how I would structure it and shit like that. But we'll see. We'll see if I do it every day or just when he has a long-winded, ranty daily wrap. We'll have to see how it goes. But it was fun to do.
Oh my God, he's drinking sperm? An incredibly generous contribution. I'm not making this up.
Oh, I see is furious because he's already an insect compared to Thomas.
NDO 103 just tipped me $100. I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature? Yeah, look, it's a money creature. It just throws money around. What the hell was that?
Shit, the ring still hit me? I have no healing.
Apparently this went bad for him again. I mean, in an absolute shock and upset to nobody.
Oh, the ring came back. I'm gonna die. Wow. You bitch.
Did he beg yet? He's not live yet. We're watching some clips from yesterday. He might be live, but I'm going to go ahead and watch this clip from Snort Burnell, and then we'll head over and see what's going on with him. Try J, thank you for the tenor, honey. I appreciate you. Phil, it's a shame that you don't control your own content and ignore people who make fun of you. Oh, wait, you'll rant later about your business and you're in charge. Oh, yes, he is the big man in charge. He does exactly just whatever the fuck he wants to do. That's exactly what he does until the tips dry up and grandpa gets confused and doesn't know what to do. And then he either needs you to pay for the shitty games anyway or tell him what games to play. But he is absolutely in control of his own destiny.
Missed? Oh my god.
You don't fuck with me, I know how to play this game.
That's true. Scopely is pretty much in control.
I can't move. I got stun locked.
First of the month, the Dents got their checks. Well, they
I
better
got stun locked and couldn't move.
they better cool it.
This is so easy. You know what? This is easy. Use a melee clash, just beat the shit out of her. You win easily.
They better not all blow their load right away because he's got a marathon coming up on Thursday that I guarantee, like, he wants 1,000, 1,500, and dare I say even 2,000. I think he really likes to pull about 2,000 per marathon. So they better be careful shelling all this money out early. I don't know if that 1,600, I mean, I know some of it went to WWE champions, but like, did he have to make up for a hole that, like, did he already spend a big chunk of money? I don't really know what's going on with it, you know?
Class that just has to stay back. So that's why I'm getting my ass handed to me. This is not a good challenge for this class. You need a tank to just bully your way through the fight. And I don't have that. It's really dumb. I get to a door, it's locked. You have to kill them first. How the fuck is that
Oh yeah, if we're talking about like what he really, really, really wants, he wants like $10,000, but he wants $10,000 every day.
supposed to know that?
Yeah, I do think that they got him on the 31st because the first fell on a weekend. So I do think they got it Friday the 31st. That's where, I don't know. Supposedly this Thomas guy lives in the UK. So I don't know how all that stuff works over there. I don't know if it's the same. I don't get a disability check either. So in all honesty, I don't know how that works over here. So I don't know if Social Security checks and disability checks, I think sometimes they fall at different times, but you know,
And now I can't
it's really neither here nor there.
get out of here. I'm dead. Oh, because I don't know where I am. It's the first time I've been down here.
Rumor is he spent $13.75 last weekend. Oh, no rumor, it's right here. No rumor, it's right here. And again, I should say big ups to TJ Gamebox for doing this math for us and everything. $13.65. Yep, between Friday night and probably Sunday, like right before he started streaming. Yep. And then a big bunch of money on all that Burger King, and then a big bunch of money on the day off, and poof, he's broke with none held for taxes. So we'll just leave that there.
Yeah, this is ass. Yeah, fucking really stupid. There was no way I could have caught up with them. I don't know where I am. It's my first time here. They knew what they were doing. I didn't. See, they went to the
Like as soon as he signed off that night, he spent about $900. And I think throughout the day off on Saturday, there was like another $300-400 respectively.
part where I guess that's probably where the furnace is, where you can get the crafting thing. Basically, if you beat this dungeon, you get a legendary weapon, a guaranteed legendary.
19 long days until YouTube pays again. Well, I think that's sometimes why he does these. I think it's interesting that a lot of these marathons take place the first week or like somewhere in between like the 5th and the 15th, because the check hits on the 21st. The YouTube check hits on the 21st, and you better be careful. Someone should tell him right now that the 21st is a Saturday, so no one's going to get their YouTube check until the 23rd. So someone should let him know now. But it's funny. It's almost like every 2 weeks, he needs this big, ridiculous $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 chunk of money. Every 2 weeks, because it's a marathon and then it's the check. And then another 2 weeks, a month has gone by. So it's another marathon. He needs like a marathon a month and a check every month is what I'm starting to put together here.
But I don't know how to get to them. Hopefully it spawns me near them. It did.
You're not a real gamer.
He gets more than a couple of dollars from YouTube. Yeah, it's the pitiful, $47 that he makes in views, but that's also the super thanks, the super chats, the super stickers, and the membership money. So his YouTube check is still fairly hefty. It's not just views. All the super chats, super stickers, gifted memberships, or just regular memberships when people get a membership or whatever, along with the views, all of that goes into the YouTube check. So his YouTube check is still, it's probably not like $10,000, but it's a few $1,000s. And Zero, thank you for becoming a member. And Demi Fiend, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Any plans for the summer? I'm not much of a summer person. My favorite season has come and gone. I got to wait about 6 months. Well,
There's no way I'm reviving.
4 months. Yeah, there we go. 4 months.
It's unplayable. Actually, this boss
YouTube takes 30% right off the top. So if you get like a $100 super chat, right off the top, you don't even get that 100. YouTube takes their 30%, so you're left with 70. In good practice, you should hold between 20 and 30% for the tax man. I just like to say 20. I don't know what kind of bracket this guy's in, but essentially whatever it is that you get on YouTube, you clear I would say like 50%. I would say maybe 50 to 60. But yeah, YouTube takes 30% right off the top. That's why he wants all the memberships on Kick. Because on Kick, you keep like 95% or something, but on YouTube, you only keep 70. That's why he's pushing so hard for Kick.
Fucks the game.
And let's not also forget, he's getting paid weekly from Kick. That's another thing that I just forgot about until it just clicked in my silly little head. Happy Lula, thank you for being a member for 1 month. I hope you're doing well. I am. I appreciate you, and I hope the same for you.
Because when he moves, I try to dodge.
But he just, I mean, clearly you can tell by this, spending here, on, this WWE Champions. He needs a lot. I mean, look at this spending. And if you were noticing, it was about, every week, 314, 322. Then we took a little bit of a break, but then the birthday hit. But 11, or 44, 411, 419. That's literally like a week. It was like every week in April. On the weekends, boom, 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 right there. But then he started not doing so well, with all the money. So he wants something that pays thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every, about, it looks, 7 to 10 days. And you saw that big gap there between April 27th and May 31st. And isn't it funny, the day the check hit, $900, and boom, he shoots up to second place. He's not in second place anymore. It says here he's in 10th place. Damn, too bad, so sad. Too bad it wasn't a $5,000 tip.
And he hit me anyway, and then the game froze when he did electricity. I got downed multiple times by his electric attack when I was
No, summer's not my bag.
trying to dodge it. It doesn't work. So
I don't live in an area, thankfully. I mean, it gets warm enough. Like I'm super far up north, so it's like it doesn't get like incredibly hot. It gets hot enough for me. The winters are long and awful and a Herculean kind of task sometimes to get through, but I'm waiting for fall. I am a basic bitch. My favorite season is like the season that 75% of people say is their favorite.
that was fucking stupid. Why did it freeze when he attacked? There he is. Where did he go? Look. Is he below me? I don't know where the fuck he went.
Nothing more than a hindrance to his companions. Yeah, I heard that his teams like basically just started like
So now I'm gonna get lost.
abandoning him and shitting on him and
I
everything.
don't know what I'm doing. And the wall is coming. Why the fuck did he do that? What an idiot.
Maybe we should stop antagonizing everybody that pays him. I didn't say nothing to the dude. So unless he sits here on my stream, I mean, he can give it. I call him cucks. That's about the worst thing I ever do. I don't think that we should harass the shit out of these people. I think sometimes it adds fuel to the fire. So they go and they give him, more money. I have no idea. But there are some people who take some of this, some of this shit entirely, too far. They'll end up finding out like who you fucking took to your senior prom. And so to the folks who did, choose that kind of detractoring, to do, it's like, I get like, even if you restream them or you poke fun at them or whatever, it's like, that's funny. Obviously, I think it's funny because I do it. But anything more than this, like the bank leaks and shit like that, or finding out where he got the work done on his car, figuring out this and that, it's like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, get a fucking life. I'm sorry. Finding Thomas was the dumbest thing the detractors could have done. I don't. Yeah, pretty much. Harassing these people, it doesn't make them. If these people haven't seen the light by now, there's nothing anybody can say that's going to make them go, huh, I never thought of it that way before. So just let them do what they're going to do.
Nah, this was really dumb. Look, now the wall's coming and I can't do anything. Why did they do this? Man, it's pissing me off. Why did he come down here? What an asshole.
Thomas gave his name and social media. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you go and just like investigate every corner of someone's life and then make fun of them or mock them or tease them or blast them or antagonize the fuck out of them. Like, if you're a nosy Nelly and you just want to go poking around and then you find something and you think to yourself like, huh, what a weirdo, or what a creep, or I wonder why this, single-celled person decided to give Phil money. Like, fine. But like, brandishing it and blasting it everywhere, and I don't know. I don't get into that kind of stuff.
Oh my god, he's drinking piss.
So now I'm not gonna get the reward, and I lose a level. Thanks a lot. And I lost 60,000 fucking runes because of this guy. Because he decided that we should go there. What an idiot. Seriously, like, that pisses me off. Here I'm thinking the guy knows what he's doing. No, he's just a dunce. He jumped down there for no reason. And now I'm still stuck.
But there's a lot of stuff that a lot of folks do in this community that I don't agree with. Like going over there and throwing him a super chat or throwing him a tip to, like, I don't know, tell him that he sucks at gaming or call him a gay wad or, like whatever it is that they do. It's like, not that Phil's getting rich off the, 20, $2 tips or whatever it is that he gets a day, but still.
I still don't know where I'm supposed to go. I guess they teleported me to the boss, yeah. The tougher one. I couldn't roll. I'm telling you, like, playing online, it's getting worse, like, now, because there's less people, because we're in the other bosses rather than the intro boss. I'm doing stuff timed, and it doesn't come out. It's, like, massive delay. But I can't even do nothing right now. I'm frozen in place again, see? That's not good.
There are some detractors who, like I say, do things that I don't necessarily agree with, or they, they get a little bit too hyper-focused on certain things. It's like, I can't take it that seriously. I don't necessarily think that you should give this person money, but if you are, it's like, okay, it doesn't really, if something doesn't affect my life at all, like zero, then it's like, I don't really even feel like I'm entitled to have like a really, like, necessarily strong opinion about it. I'm not giving this guy any money, and I don't think it's cool to give this guy money. But if some people want to, do what you do.
That's far enough away. Again, oh, finally, actually did let me dodge that time. What? I'm not even near him. That's it. I'm losing.
Well, you have to admit, this is, it's not, I mean, I'm basically poking fun at somebody all day long. It's fairly toxic. I'm never going to sit here and say that it isn't. So in this community, there are lots of people who are cool, but there are some people who are honestly probably just as toxic as DSP, if not more so. And it seems like a lot of them have an awful lot of free time on their hands. But what they do with their time is really their business. Like I say, I get the advantage, I would say, of, since it doesn't really affect me necessarily one way or the other, I don't really have to care. My epic journey, thank you for the 2. I appreciate you. LARPers are dense in denial. That may be true.
Another 50,000 fucking runes. They left. They left because the wall started coming. I lose. Dude, I don't want to play this. These guys are fucking idiots. Seriously. So they left.
I still think our idea from the other night about super chat messages spoofing Heavy Rain. Hey, Phil, been a fan since the tuna salad days. If you do want to super chat them and switch out Heavy Rain with something like the tuna salad soup, you can do that too. He might not even really, don't get too obscure, because then he won't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Me. And now I lose my runes, so I've lost 110,000 runes, and I'm still at level 5 because of these 2 dunces. This is the worst team I've played with so far.
I can't do anything. I'm useless. I can't do anything of use to anyone right now. What a waste of space I am.
With the wall right here, they're fighting the gargoyle.
Wow, that's a great one. What a miserable waste of space I am. What does LARPer mean? LARP stands for live action roleplay. It's essentially just people trolling him. But some people call them LARPers. They're pretending to be fans of his, but they're just taking cheap shots.
How did they climb? Well, I'm gonna die again. Yeah. I don't know how they climbed. There's no jump pad. I don't know how they did it.
You don't know how to jump? Oh, Christ.
Stupid. Why wouldn't they go around?
That's true. We have gotten quite a few pretty good rants and everything off of like a $2 tip or a $2 super chat that has set him over the edge. Like I say, it's not necessarily something that I want to do, but just because people do it, again, we saw where, listen, where in the fuck is $2 going to go? You know what I mean? We just literally saw what he did with 1,600. So, you know, people can give him $2 every time they want to say something shitty till they're blue in the face. Like, that's fine.
Around the crater when you know the wall's coming and it's time to go to the boss. Instead, they go to the fucking crater.
Again, I have the privilege, should I say, of like, I just want to laugh at the dude. That I don't want to talk to him, like personally. I don't want to go in his chat and tease him. I don't care what's in his bank account. I don't care about his bank leaks. I don't care about any of that stuff. I think it's dirty. I think he makes dirty money. I think he's underhanded. I think he does things that I don't agree with, but I don't live in his house. I don't spend his dirty money. It doesn't affect me. I'm not married to this fucking embarrassment. I'm not related to this fucking embarrassment. So from the position that I personally come from, I'll show up, I'll point at the clown and go, haha, look at the shoes, look at the nose, it's funny. And then just kind of fuck off on about my business. And honestly, for detracting, I think that's about where it should be. But like, that's what I think. And I'm just some other fucking, you know, anonymous asshole on the internet too. So
Idiots. Now I don't even know where I am. How do I get out of here?
you know
Look,
perfectly well where the $2 went. That's true.
I can't even move. I'm surrounded by enemies. I don't know how to get out. The wall's coming. What am I supposed to fucking do?
I don't like that he does get a lot of his money from folks that may have some mental incapacities or physical or both, and they're on, you know, disability checks or government checks or what have you. And he creates this false sense of urgency and all this anxiety to where people who don't necessarily have it to give end up giving to him when he's in a much, I don't want to say a much better position, but he gets a fuck ton more money than they do. That part does bother me, but also I'm not necessarily like, well, I wipe my hands of it. There's just unfortunately nothing I can do about it. I can't reach out to those people and say, listen, what you're doing is not good. Like, this is probably going to be a hot take and a super fucked up thing for me to say. It's their money to do with what they want to do with. And I don't mean to sound as if I'm like victim shaming or victim blaming, but, you know, he's allowed to beg if he wants to. I do feel sorry that people can't see the forest through the sleeves, but it is what it is. But you have to have you have to have self-control, and you do have to, you know, every time I see a commercial for something on TV, I don't run out and buy it. I go, no, I don't need this. Or there's a product on TV that I think looks ridiculous, and I go, no, I will not buy this. I don't need this. Or, you know, something happens. You know, these folks unfortunately have to be adults.
What the fuck was that?
Just like this one, just like this guy who can't adult very well. Forest through the sleeves. Yeah, that's a good one. I've had that for a while. I'm sure I picked it up from somewhere else.
I can't even hurt these enemies because I'm so low level.
A fool and their money are soon parted, chuckle at their bad choices and move on. That's kind of where I'm at. Hey, Toxie, loving the stream. Been a fan since Truth Seekers. Oh, hey, I appreciate you. Can't imagine being married to this guy. Oh, this fucking embarrassment. No, absolutely not.
Oh my god, they fused into a boss! Well, I can't revive you guys, we're done. They fused into one boss now.
And if there are some people who have, disposable income to give to him, again, we all, spend our disposable income on, the things that we like, or we don't have disposable income and, we don't get to do those things. It all depends on what you make and all that stuff. But if that's what these people want to do, it is their right to do it.
Done. Damn. Well, at least we got to see it. It's two. It's a moth and a scorpion, and then they fuse into one boss at the end.
Well, I mean, to be frank, we probably could have won that if I didn't start it at level 6. If I was like level 12 and doing serious damage to the boss, we probably would have won. But, that's just a case of the team playing poorly during.
Yeah, I'm sure it was the team playing poorly. Do you think his actual fans like him because they see themselves in him, like disability wise? No, I wouldn't. My opinion. So again, for what that's worth, which is nothing. I don't personally think that. No, I think the 4 people who unironically like him and watch him are just completely pignatized. I can't English today. Ooh, Lord. And I've known that I'm going to stream like all day and I still can't get my shit together. Like I say, the half a dozen people who unironically like him, like Jade, no, they think this guy's cool. Like, out of all the streamers, this is your king. It's really fascinating to study. It is. I will agree. It is fascinating to study. I can't lie about that at all. There is a little bit of this left, but I don't really think that it's necessary. So at this point, he, sucks ass at the video game. I appreciate Snort Burnell for what it is, but let's just go peek in and see
something that's a really
No, you shut your whore mouth. I'm not ready for you yet. Let me just get through some of this cringe. Today's show starts now, and then it sits on the screen for like fucking 3.5 minutes. This slideshow really is. Ooh, this slideshow is just something else, y'all. Just something else.
What is going on, everyone? On today's show, I feel like I finally played enough of Elden Ring Nightreign to give you an estimation of my thoughts now that we're 9 hours in.
This is his second set of initial thoughts. He already gave initial thoughts, but he's played it 3 times, so I guess we have to talk about initial thoughts again.
And so I'm going to give you kind of an early mini review of what I think about the game.
As if anybody gave a fuck. Big ups, War Dog Leader. What's happening? He literally cannot blame himself for anything. He's the unlikable version of the Fonz. He is wearing the butt plug shirt.
Later on this week, it's the launch of the Switch 2 this coming Thursday. And today I want to preview.
I thought they looked like mushrooms. This is where my innocent little brain is. You're corrupting me.
Some of the accessories that I've gotten for my upcoming Switch 2 launch event to show you the kind of stuff you can actually get for this console, despite the fact that it's not even out yet. I've got an interesting amount of stuff to go over. Plus, of course, we'll hang out, we'll have a little bit of discussion and fun. And so, I hope you.
Virgil, oh my goodness. Big ups. Thank you for the 20 gifted. God damn. I appreciate your generosity. And I saw that you came to movie night over the weekend, but I missed you. So I hope you'll come by next weekend when we do it again. Everybody make sure if you got it gifted, say thank you to Virgil for the incredible generosity. You also can now find the link on my channel in the posts tab. You can come and join us on Discord, and you can come to movie night next weekend if you want to, Saturday night.
Sit back and relax with me and enjoy today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Oh boy. Well, let's do ourselves favor number 1. And then let's do favor number 2. Oh, yes, we know. You're fucking God Almighty. You are the sun, the moon, and the stars. Everything's created by you. You're the best.
All right.
We either want to be you or we wish that we were sucking your dick. Yes, yes,
Today
yes.
is Monday, the 2nd of June, 2025. I am DSP. And you may not be aware, but I'm actually singing that intro live every single day since I instituted it last week. I think I'm getting a little bit better on hitting the high notes, so I hope that.
I wish I could have stayed for the second movie on Saturday night. I was like fading out. I was good through Mallrats. I was good through playing Quiplash. And then we got into the second movie and it was like, I don't know, it was like 11 or 11:30, and I was like, oh my God, I've been up since 5. Oh my God.
Anyway, today we got a good show lined up. Today we're going to talk about Elden Ring Nightreign, a game that I guess a lot of people were hyped for. A lot of people are.
Oh no, War Dog Leader, he has a Switch too. It hasn't been delivered yet, but he's got one, or he's bought one, or maybe more likely he's had one bought for him. I don't know. That's still up in the air. But yeah, he's going to show us some of the junk because he's stupid. He's already gone out and bought little accessories.
Are not as excited for anymore. But after me playing it 9 hours, I feel like
I joined at the very end and had mic issues. I saw some people saying that, yeah, there was like mic issues or whatever. But next weekend, I don't even know what the hell we're watching yet.
now have a good vibe for what the game is. I want to let you know whether or not I like it, suggestions for things that I think they can improve, and I think that overall, it'll be an interesting game to put into my rotation. I just don't know how long it's going to last. I think until at least the new content.
No, this isn't a podcast. This is an angry middle-aged narcissist ranting into a camera for about an hour and a half.
Is all seen, and at this point, there's like 4 more bosses to see. We'll talk about that today. In addition, the Switch 2 is right around the corner, folks. This coming Thursday, June 5th, is the launch of the console. Yes, I'll be getting it.
My old ass was gone by 11:30. I love Mallrats, and I love Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and I'm like, I can do this. And then I think at one point, honest to God, I fell asleep for like 10 minutes, and I woke up, and I'm like, bro, I can't.
I'm doing a full-day marathon to celebrate the launch of the Switch 2, including a live unboxing, accessories, showcasing and testing, hooking it up, getting it functional.
Well, hey, at least we know the cat is still alive, so big ups. They've somehow managed to keep something else that's alive. They've managed to keep it alive, so there's that.
Getting that day 1 patch, getting Mario Kart World, and then
he made Cat go to GameStop. I wonder if he legitimately left his house to get one.
It is the Rainbow Road Rush, where all day long on Thursday, I'll be playing Mario Kart World, attempting to unlock Rainbow Road as soon as possible.
He showed this on Friday. He didn't show it on Saturday. He wasn't here, but I know he would have. He showed this on Sunday, and he's showing it today. And we're going to see this fucking screen every day until Thursday. Mallrats, the chocolate pretzels.
It's going to be epic.
It's so funny, though. It's such a good scene.
Gaming all day long, checking out the new open world, trying out all of the tracks, switching characters and vehicles to get...
I'm going to stream this half-assed thrown together marathon on Thursday. And that is my hope, Colleen, that he doesn't get it until like 5 o'clock or something like that. So do I think the bird is still alive? Probably. It kind of sounds like the bunny legitimately got sick. I don't know anything about bunnies. I have trouble with things that have fur and dandruff. I'm very allergic, so I don't get to have them, even though I love them all so much. But I don't know if maybe the bunny was old, or they can have illnesses and diseases and stuff. The animals are probably okay, but probably because she takes care of that. He doesn't take care of that. Everything that goes on in that house, she does it. Like the one day when he was like, oh yeah, I'm out of socks, I have to throw in a load of clothes. Yeah, right. This fool doesn't even know where the washing machine is in his house. He'll probably walk past it and be like, the fuck is that thing?
Good variety of gameplay. There's going to be food. There's going to be booze. Yes, I'm actually going to be trying to play.
Babe, what's this thing with the door in the front? It's got all these weird settings and buttons on it. It's a what? A washing machine. The fuck you do with this? Oh, just leave it alone? It's got nothing to do with me? Oh, okay. Thanks, baby.
Play Mario Kart while
Love
inebriated. It's going to be a good
you.
day, so mark your calendars and be here, or else you're really going to be...
The washing machine is Cat. Oh, when I make my sexist jokes, she's the dishwasher too. Ha ha.
What a shameless promo. Anyway, with all that happening, I'm excited today to preview you guys on some of the accessories that we are going to look at together this coming Thursday. I have gotten many different things for the Switch 2, which I'd like to show you the kind of stuff that exists for it. And we're going to actually test some of these things, when I have the console. Some of them may be great. Maybe some of them will suck. I don't know. The funny part is every single...
Yeah, he married her because she's nice and docile for the most part. And she's mommy 2.0. Phil didn't know how to work the dryer when Leanna left. I'm sure he didn't really know how to work anything. He said one time I was trying to help Kat do laundry, and he put everything in the washing machine uneven. So then the washing machine started like bouncing all around, and he didn't know what to do. Right? What's this do? Is this an ATM machine? Can I get money? Does it do Hogan pulls? Like what is this thing? It's just like a big box. He walks past it every day, has no idea what it does. Hey baby, this thing in here's making noise. It's like beeping and shit. I don't know, this hot thing in the kitchen. It's beeping. Is there something I'm supposed to do? That's this asshole around his house.
Single accessory is third party. The first party Nintendo accessories you can't even get yet. You have to order them either directly from Nintendo.
Vacuum. The fuck's a vacuum? It's in the closet? Oh. Oh, I just thought you hung coats on that.
Or you had to pre-order them already, which they're already massively sold out, and they seem to be insanely overpriced for what they are. So taking a look at some of the third-party offerings actually could be pretty beneficial to those of you out there who are going to get a Switch 2, but are wondering what's actually worth your buck, or is it a big ripoff? So it's going to be pretty cool. We're going to look at some of these today. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I have lined up that we'll be checking out on Thursday. But how's everyone today? What's going on? Good morning.
I did want to make an uneven load, or he overloaded it or something, but for half a second I thought I was in poor taste, but now that someone else said it, I knew I was with like-minded individuals. But you got to be careful. Sometimes YouTube doesn't like a lot of the sexual stuff. I like the jokes because I'm not like Phil. Lucky Gremlin, you have been a stranger for a while, but thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate your generosity. If you were lucky enough to get a gifted, please, if you're here, say thank you to Lucky Gremlin and Virgil again as well.
Game Boy, how you doing? King Ferbs, how are you? Uh-oh, King Ferbs is hyperfixating on my shirt. King Ferbs, why are you hyperfixating on the shirt? Is it because... Uh-oh.
Well, not only is it covered in butt plugs, which do you, weekends are for hoe shit, but your sleeves are too long, sir, again. And you look like a putz. And now I have to grab this screen grab and we can move on.
Because my sleeve is minorly sticking out? Oh my god, my sleeve!
That's not minor, dude. You look ridiculous. You look absolutely... I have to get this. I'm sorry. Oh, I can get a Popeye hat on him. Put a can of spinach in his fucking hand. No, I'll get him a Popeye shirt and then I'll get a whale tail bottle in his hand. There we go. I mean, if you're okay with that yellowed ass shirt and your butt plug over, like, do you, but...
Anyway.
I'm sorry. Can we get that tarred face again?
Is it because... Uh-oh. Because my...
I agree, MM. We are getting fucking spoiled
sleeve
today.
is minorly sticking out? Oh my god, my sleeve!
Thank you. Thank you. There... Oh, beautiful. Thank you, sir.
Anyway.
Not a children's entertainer, by the way. Wants to be taken very, very seriously in the gaming and tech community.
For Kitty's here today. How you doing, Jasper? You doing good today? He's in a good mood today. He was running all around this morning when I was having my breakfast. He was all excited. He was going roly-poly on all the rugs downstairs.
As if this grease-loaded gooch eater, don't ever say gooch eater in my chat ever again, would ever eat spinach.
Cats love to roll around and writhe on, like, carpeting. So he was doing it this morning. It's very cute. I always say he's convinced he's a worm that likes to, like, squirm and roll around. He doesn't know that he's actually a cat, which is probably why he doesn't realize he has sharp claws and he cuts.
He's probably itching because he's got fleas all over him.
My wife and I up all the time by accident.
Probably rolls around trying to scratch all the fleas off of him.
Anyway. So, I hope that you guys are well. I hope that you guys are, ready to chill today. It's going to be a chill podcast. I'm also excited for the gameplay today. Today we got Blueprints returning for only one stream this week. You know, last week I really tried to do as much content as I could of both Clear, Obscure, and Blueprints before the new stuff hit. And I got as far as I could, but man, I feel like I didn't get far enough because here we are, the launch week of Switch 2, and we got so much going on. Summer Game Fest, Xbox Showcase, and I'm going to have way little gameplay in the next week compared to usual. And there's not much I could do about that. So we only get one Blueprints stream this week, sadly.
So what was the 3 days spurging out about it wasn't making you any money? I guess he feels better since he had that little jaunt with WWE champions and he blew $1,400. I guess all you have to do to feel better is just spend $1,400.
So, I hope you're okay with that. It's going to be a good chill stream today.
Sharp claws, you removed his claws. He has back claws, and one time he did jump up on Phil, and the back claws, like, scraped down, like, the front of him. It got him in the nipple. One of the back claws, like, gave him a nipple ring fairly efficiently. It was pretty funny, but the kitty cat does still have back claws, just not front claws.
Okay, lots of interactivity, lots of puzzle solving. We have 3 keys left.
Pretty sure Cat's a homosexual. I would agree with that.
To find. One is in the clock tower room. We know that. One is apparently in a room where the king sits on his throne.
Why are we still doing blueprints? Because it's quote unquote easy. There's no enemies, there's no bosses. You just kind of walk around. There's puzzles and riddles and things like that. But see, here's the thing with puzzles and riddles, he can look over and the chat will give him the answer. So, it's easy, like I say, quote unquote.
We've been guessing what that could be, but we don't even know yet.
He walks around and fumbles around, and he can stand there and he can get up and walk away and take a shit and check his phone and you know, nice little walking sim with puzzles and riddles that the chat gives him the answer to. That's why we're still playing Blueprints.
And another key, where was the third one? I can't remember. And they said the final one was behind one of the doors. So we basically need to find these final keys in order to solve all the puzzles in the game. We also have a book that's arriving that's supposed to be something about a black bridge, and that might give us some of the lore so we can solve some of the puzzles behind the sanctum doors. So we have a good amount to do left in the game. We know what we're doing. We know what our objectives are. But
he says that when he got Jasper, Jasper was already declawed. I don't know too many shelter cats who are declawed. To get a cat declawed, it's a surgery that costs money. Typically, most people are not going through the trouble and the money, let's be honest, of getting a cat declawed and then surrendering it to a shelter. I'm not saying that that never happens. I'm sure it does. But in my youth, before I knew I was allergic to everything furry, the cats that I got from the shelter had their claws, but also a lot of them were babies and Jasper was older. So somebody may have surrendered him, but again, typically I wouldn't think so. I kind of feel like they went and they picked him out and they got him his shots and they got him declawed and they got all of that stuff. I think declawing should be illegal. I agree. Know what you're getting into. Animals have claws, animals have teeth, they bite, they scratch. If you don't like it, get over it. I had a cat, again, in my youth before I really knew why I was feeling so crappy all the time. Boy, she destroyed like 2 couches, a chair. That's okay. I still loved her for like the 11 years that I had her or whatever.
will RNG favor us? Will we actually get the clock tower room early in a run today so we can actually get that key and open another sanctum door? Will we find out what the fourth...
Whoever abandoned him may have declawed him. Like I say, I don't think it's necessarily common, but listen, financial situations can change in an instant. Living situations and, oh, that's such a great dented face. Anything can change in an instant. We don't know. So it is a possibility that when he was surrendered to the shelter, he was already declawed. He did not get Jasper as a kitten. I think he was a young cat, but he wasn't a kitten from the looks of it. So
fourth permanent changes, because we only got 3, and there's 4 spots on the screen that says, oh, there's
he says that Jasper was already declawed.
4 permanent things you can unlock. What the hell is the 4th one? I don't know. So we have a, you know,
yeah, people think that declawing a cat is just like taking off their nails or whatever. And it's like, no, imagine if they took like down to your first knuckle on your fingers. Imagine if they took that off, just the, you know, imagine if they took that. Nope, that's not cute.
you know, some things to tackle. We'll see.
The area Phil lives in, I could believe it. That is true. That is a very good point. It is a more affluent, you know, area of the country. It is a very expensive city and an expensive part of the world. So again, it may have happened, like someone in the chat said, maybe it was a Christmas present and maybe somebody thought it was a good idea and then, you know, it wasn't a good idea and stuff like that. When I realized I was allergic to cats, I would have given my cat up, but I loved it too much. But I probably should have for my health, and that's why I don't, you know, have a cat now. So my cat has destroyed my office chair. I mean, it comes with the territory. It's like kids, you know, kids are going to be messy and noisy and expensive. It's not because they're bad. It's not, you know, you don't declaw them. You know, you don't do terrible stuff to your kids. They're just kids, man.
Jasper, you're being very silly.
Chiba, big ups to you. I hope you're having a good day too.
Claw, you were on my bare leg there. Don't hurt me. Okay, he got off. He's kneading my legs right now. He's what they call it, making the biscuit.
That's what I kind of feel like. I'm not necessarily sure that he would pay to have the cat declawed. Well, here's the thing. He won't pay for the blood work because he thinks the blood work is a scam. I agree he doesn't like to pay for things, but personally, I feel like he would pay to declaw a cat. I think this was all Cat's idea to begin with. If you remember, like Cinnamon and Raisin, those were Panda Lee's hamsters. They weren't his. This guy has no kids. If Cat was useless, he wouldn't have a wife. If he wasn't afraid of the stigma of being a man in his 40s who was single, if he didn't give a fuck about that, which he shouldn't, he'd be single if he could fend for himself. And I don't think if Cat was there, I don't think there would be any animals. All Phil worries about is Phil.
Biscuits. Kitties like to make the biscuits. When they're feeling good or they're feeling, you know, they're in a loved one or a parental situation, they start kneading crazily, and he's kneading all my legs right now. And now
He can need for other reasons, but it's okay. I wouldn't expect you to know anything about anything. He doesn't mind paying for WWE champions. He sure
laid down on
don't.
my lap. You're such a good kitty. He laid down on my lap. You're gonna be like my the cat that I pet, like Dr. Claw in
He sure
Inspector
don't.
Gadget. I pet the cat on my lap.
1,000.
Okay. So anyway, now we're back to kneading, by the way. I'm
and
getting distracted here by
$65
so
pay
we're gonna have a
for
good day
it.
today.
That was his weekend spending, $1,365. He sure doesn't fucking mind paying for it. You got that right.
Blueprints on the first stream. The late stream tonight is American Truck Simulator. And this is an exciting stream for 2 reasons. Number one, because as you know, I have some White Claws and chill with you guys when I play Truck Simulator. But also, I actually have some alcoholic like lemonades this week too that my wife wanted, but obviously
It's Smirnoff Ice. I don't know why he keeps saying alcoholic lemonades. I don't know why he's doing this besides the fact that he's fucking retarded. But we're getting high school junior wasted tonight with White Claws and Smirnoff Ice.
I can have some too. So I might have one of those tonight. But in addition, tonight, if we hit the funding goal, I say funding goal, the support goal for Truck Sim tonight, I committed to you guys that I was going to buy.
Is it wise to live there with his erratic income and expenses to Scopely? It's not really erratic. He pulls about $125,000 a year. He's never made less than $100,000. I agree, erratic, maybe to the tune of like $5K here or there. Maybe sometimes it's 130, maybe it's 120, but he has last year on WWE Champions, he spent, I think it was 41,000 and change. He's projected right now this year to hit 42,000. If he keeps going at this pace, he'll hit 42,000. He's up to 17.5. He's up to 17.5 on WWE Champions. That's not the slide I wanted. I'm stupid. He's up to 17,454. In March, he spent $3,000. In April, he spent $6,000. And in May, because he wasn't making a whole lot of money, he spent $1,300. So 17, just shy of 17.5 is where we're at now. So he's projecting about 42K. And he has spent, I would say about $40,000 a year for the last 7 years on WWE Champions. He's never made less. He's never made less than 100K a year.
Buy a steering wheel and pedal for moving.
Big ups to Duty, because that's where I took that Excel shot from. So big ups Duty. And then, of course, huge ups to fucking TJ Gamebox for reporting out the numbers on what he's actually spending when he wails out over the weekend. Big ups,
Forward
guys.
playing driving games on PC, and I've committed to that. So tonight, if we hit that support goal, I will absolutely do that. Okay? So let's see how it goes. I'm curious. We're at 1 goal hit out of 10 because we reset the goals yesterday. Thank you so much for a really supportive first day of the week and first day of the month.
I would think it would be ridiculous on Monday for him to want 9 more goals by Friday. But remember, again, the marathon, where he is expecting quite a bit of money. Thomas blew his fucking load early. Don't know why he did that. But he is expecting to bring in the big buckaroonies with the Switch 2 on Thursday.
Yesterday, where we did hit those support goals. And because of that, not only did we hit the 100, so now we've locked into the marathon, but also we decided that I will.
He should have paid off the Snort for it a long time ago. Right, he could have the security, even if he only would have spent half as much. He's spent around $300,000. Even if you could put 150 towards your house or, you know, whatever. Here is the thing, though. He's got his car paid off, so he could live in his car if worse comes to worse. This guy is 2 bad decisions away from shitting in a bucket, living in a box under a bridge.
Have sushi for the first time ever on stream during the upcoming Switch 2 Mario Kart World Marathon. But also, we have a DSP Tries It coming up at 10 goals hit. We're at 1 of 10. Today, obviously, let's hit some of those goals.
Damn it, Thomas. Right. Damn it, Thomas, the dent engine. You could have waited 1 more week.
And let's get to it. Now, the question is, what do we want to do?
Scopely needs their money. It was the last day of the month. It does kind of give vibes of like, because I'm sure he did some small spending, you know, in May, maybe $100 here or there. I'm positive he doesn't I'm positive there aren't many times where he spends nothing. Like he spent a little bit, you know, here and there, but the thing about it is that it kind of feels like having it be on May 31st. I feel like, you got to make the Scopely payment.
Dude, Jasper Kitty, what should I do for DSP Tries It? I'm hoping for Friday. What do you think I should do on Friday? Well, if he had his way, I'd be eating some kind of fish.
He had the casino work for Q4 24, nothing. No, there is no one. Okay, there's one person who could bail him out now. We all know who it is, but he's never going to go there. I mean, I don't know. He might go there. I never thought he'd pull shit like he did with Kino Casino, but we all know who the last resort is, and it's Keemstar. It's a route he could go if he decides he wants to bend the knee.
Sure, shrimp. He loves fish. He's definitely a seafood kitty. All the food that we get him is seafood flavored, and he loves seafood. It's like his favorite. All right. So I guess we got to figure.
Wow, he's a cat. He likes tuna and fish. Get the fuck out of here.
figure out, you know, what food do we want for the next one?
Do I think Phil uses WWE champions for foreplay? Yeah, with himself. He don't touch that woman. Y'all, he ain't fucking that woman. He doesn't hug that woman, kiss that woman. You know, no. She's there to make something to eat and make sure he's got fucking underwear that doesn't have shit stains in it.
And we talked about it, but I need to know, do you guys know of any new offerings at any food places that you'd like to see me try? I'd heard that there was a lot at Taco Bell, but apparently not. Apparently, we looked it up yesterday. There's like nothing, so I guess that was a miss. Jasper, I gotta put you down now so I can do my show, okay? He's so sad. He's like, oh no, I gotta get off your lap. Yes, you do. It's okay, buddy. You can stick around in the room, hang out with me. Okay. So we will talk about this week. Let's see if we can come up with any
Keemstar pulled 55K in April in super chats alone. Phil notices those things. Oh, I'm sure he does.
ideas for what.
No, Keemstar is like, and again, I don't. This strikes me as a dude where I feel like Keemstar is like last resort. I almost feel like this dude would say no and refuse to, however you want to say it, bend the knee, kiss the ring, whatever. I feel like just to fucking spite Keemstar, I feel like he wouldn't do it. Just like how he didn't like during the viewers no longer have an illusion of choice marathon, and he bought that game and everyone was like, well, you didn't like the game, so refund it. And so he purposefully went back and played it for 2.1 hours so he couldn't refund it to like prove a point. I kind of feel like that's how this guy would react towards Keemstar. Like he purposefully wouldn't do it just to feel like he was showing everybody. I don't need to do that. He thought he hit the jackpot with Nogla. I think Nogla was fucking there for some lulls. I think he wanted to see what he could milk for content, and then he fucked off.
For DSP tries it over the week, and likely will end up doing it on Friday. Okay, so
I'm surprised because Nogla played a lot of Among Us with Charlie, and Charlie has shit on this dude. So
let's see. I'm very curious what you guys want. No, not the hot chip challenge. Shut up. I said DSP tries it, not DSP burns his mouth out and vomits all over the place and can't stream for the rest of the day because he's sick.
That's true. Keemstar would not put up with this guy's bullshit for very long. I think even if Phil went over there and groveled and did what he needed to do, I really don't think that there would have to be a contract. And I don't think that they could come to any kind of agreement because Phil is just not going to. Phil does not want to be the butt of a joke.
Stop that nonsense. Okay. Okay, so, folks, where should we begin? I guess we got to begin with the contributions. We have a couple contributions that have come in. We start today with Ian S., who did a £5, not dollar, a £5 super sticker before I'd even kind of, started the show up. So let's do our little,
we got to do our tip conversion.
Our little pounds to USD.
He can't just say thank you.
Converter here. That will be $6.77 from Ian. Thank you, Ian. We're getting stuff started today.
You don't have all this written down yet? It really it seems important to you. I would think you'd have a post-it note off to the side that says like $2 is this. At least the major or the like the automatic, the 2, the 5, the 10, the 20. You would think that you would have all this written down on a little postie off to the side.
Today, let's get that on the leaderboard.
Because there's preset super chat amounts, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, I think, are what they are. You couldn't already have those ready to go.
He has to support because he loves it. Me too. One of the most unique games I've ever played. One of the best puzzle games I've ever played. If not, I would say the only other puzzle game I like more than Blueprints is.
This man is such a pussy. Why? What'd he do?
Tetris. Because it's like the original puzzle game. Outside of that, this is like the best puzzle game ever, man. Like it's seriously good. Now, what is going on my keyboard here?
It's seriously good. I just get to walk around and do nothing and collect money while everyone hands me the answers. It's so cool. Have a chart taped to his monitor. Oh, wait, he doesn't have a monitor. Okay, well, yeah, that's true. I would stick it on my monitor, but mine's, 18 inches away from me like it should be. But you could just put it on the desk. You could just put a little sticky right there on the desk.
My keyboard is desynced. I don't know what's going on. It's being weird. Yeah.
Or he could just say, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you, and move on. Thank you for the generosity. That's very nice of you. And move on.
My keyboard desynced. Now it's synced again. We're having problems over here with my peripherals, and I don't know why. Hopefully there wasn't some big update that screwed them all up. I mean, knowing Windows, it probably did. Okay, let's see. Here's what we'll do. Let's restart the program. I think the program screwed up. If I restart, maybe it'll fix it. Okay. So, today. Should be a great day of chill content and fun. I think what we should do.
But see, then he would only be at $5 out of 150.
Oh, a tip actually came in. I need to shout. I was going to say, let's start with talking about Nightreign.
And technically, if the tip was $677, which he does have written here, the king's tax should either be rounded up or it should say $677. So he's ripping people off that 77 cents.
But if this tip has come in, talk about that first. There we go. So now it's all synced. Hopefully it stays synced. I guess we'll see. Okay.
You use this fucking setup every fucking day. I use my setup every fucking day. If I'm streaming or making a video or whatever it is that I'm doing, I use this equipment every fucking day. Nobody else walks into your office and uses your shit. This is my office. Nobody else walks in here and uses my shit. How can your shit be fucked up and broken and wrong and desynced and blah, blah, blah every fucking day, man? I've had this shit set up like this for like 7 or 8 fucking years. Once every 6 months, something will be fucking weird. Like my volume the other day was fucking weird. And I'm like, what? I don't know why it did it. Like, okay, I think that's the first time this year I've sat down to stream and like something's been kind of off. How is it every day something is wrong with your shit?
Let's see here. First tip of the day.
Ripping people off. Phil never does that. No, never. Surely not. No.
Oh boy, $1.50 tip from Beaver Bother saying my Nightreign gameplay is going viral. I can't imagine why. Literally, I've done the most base gameplay of someone who's not great at, this kind of game. And I certainly haven't done any.
Oh, I have the clip. Is the clip on a YouTube video anywhere? I have it in the Discord. Is it a YouTube video? I have the clip of him going viral for his Nightreign bullshit. I think I do. I can probably find it.
Anything wrong, so it went viral.
Does anyone know if it's an actual YouTube video, or do I have to go and get the clip from X?
Well, it's probably some fucking mouth-drooling moron put it out of context yet again, and, if that...
It's not out of context, and it's really funny.
That's the case, then they can kiss my fucking ballsack. Outside of that, I don't really give a shit. But thanks for the tip, Beaver Bother.
That was nice and toxic. I'm so glad he's happier now that he's met Kat. I'm so glad. Look at his face. Look how fun and positive and chill this is. I'm positive and chill.
Okay.
He doesn't have the scenes. I'm sorry, I have to read that again because surely I'm not reading it right. Surely I'm retarded. He doesn't have the scenes saved. I'm sorry. My brain fell out of my ear. He doesn't have the scenes in his OBS saved. What? It's on YouTube? Oh, goody gumdrops. You love to hear it. Let me timestamp where we are. We don't want to miss any of this dentedness. Give me 1 second here. Who had it? I can't believe that. He doesn't have the shit. He doesn't have the shit saved? Like, you gotta be kidding me. I might... Hold on. Hold, please.
Kind of like that Hey Avery guy.
If he's got it, I don't see it. Damn, I don't see it. Well, that's okay. Nope. If you give me a title, I might be able to find the but I don't see it, and that
can't always attend the streams,
trust me, that's definitely that's a me problem.
Are wagering right now. There's only like 5 minutes left to do it, and we're gonna do other segments first, and then we're gonna get to that. So that will be determined on the show. If you're on Kick, go ahead and wager, and let's see what happens. If you're on YouTube, people have been talking to me usually, and say, let's try this again. This week, people have been saying that YouTube did an update. That there is an update where basically there is channel points on YouTube now. Like you watch the channel, you earn points, and they can be used to do things and unlock things.
Just check Twitter, and something good is coming. Oh, you can't blue ball me like that. War Dog Leader, if you don't say what it is.
I haven't even seen the button for it. You want to know why? Because I have it over on DSP Reacts. Yeah, I actually have it on my React channel.
I'm gonna keep looking, but we're gonna keep
But
going
I don't
with
have
this.
it on this channel.
I'm gonna try to find the Nightreign clip that's going viral.
For some reason, YouTube gives all of these features out over every other channel but DSP Gaming. And then DSP Gaming gets the features later. For example, right now, if you were to super chat, you'll see there's the option to like the super chat or even reply directly to it. All the other channels on YouTube had that, except DSP Gaming. DSP Gaming didn't get it for like 8 to 10 months. And then all of a sudden, one day, people noticed I had it on here too. What took so long? Is it because DSP Gaming is a long-standing legacy channel, and therefore YouTube doesn't roll out changes as fast? I don't know. I legit don't understand it. So there's not much I can really say. Once I have the channel point system on YouTube, I'll enable it. Also on YouTube, FYI, they disabled my ability.
The fact he's done this so long and learned nothing says how truly stupid this man is. Oh, so I guess I have to retract a lot of my previous statements because I'm like, he just sits down and can hit start streaming and go. I didn't realize he had to build every scene every day.
To gift memberships to you guys on a monthly basis. They used to give me 10 free memberships to gift out. That whole functionality is gone. So
it's not. I gifted mine yesterday. It's absolutely not gone. I gifted out my 10 free subs for June to people yesterday. So I don't know why it's gone for him. I don't know if it's like slowly going away, but he wasn't able to give 10 gifted and I was. So I don't know if other people who have YouTube, I don't know if you can check, but mine was not gone.
So they've been changing things on YouTube, and I just love it when they remove features instead of adding better ones, right? We all know that subtracting good things everyone likes really benefits the user.
I appreciate you, Crazy Cat. I'm going to go grab it now.
The end user, right? It's, don't add more.
I also appreciate you for the logos, Jerry. I'll grab them in Discord when we're done.
Things that people want. Instead, just remove the things that people already like. That sounds like a great,
y'all are the shit
thing to do for your business, doesn't it?
What the fuck are you talking about, asshole? I'm not listening to you right now.
Anyway, exactly. I need more features, not less, and YouTube better step up, or else I'm just going to have to complain like a baby every day on stream. Not much I can really do about it outside of that. Okay. Now, one other thing before we get to our topics for today. FYI, a few days ago, I posted up a thread right here on my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming. If you were on the channel and you look at the posts tab, scroll down a bit, and you'll see a few days ago I posted up a thread and I said, hey, nominate moments from my history that you guys find entertaining, funny, or notable. Because I would like to add better moments to my running playlist that we play during breaks. Because we've been doing these same moments for quite a while, 89 moments, by the way. And people are saying they're stale. So I would love to add more into the mix. The more the better. We've gotten some suggestions. Some were good. We added. Some were just trolls and we banned.
Oh God, this is fucking DSP Reacts all over again. People got to find the clips for him. The clips for when he gets up and he walks away and takes a break on his fucking stream. Yeah, you got to find those.
But the more the better. So please post up your nominations over there and let's keep things fresh, shall we? That's something that definitely I could not do because, I don't remember in the 15 to 18 years I've been making content all the memorable moments. You would because you're the ones who watch them over and over, right? Okay. All right, folks, let's do it. Let's talk about Elden Ring Nightreign. So I've played about 9 hours of Elden Ring Nightreign. I've tried out, in the network test, I tried out 2 characters, one of which was the hawk guy who has the big spear. He's kind of like a tank with a shield. And then I also tried the Duchess, who was the character who...
I hope they vote on the DSP jerking off video. Everyone should suggest that and just send him clips of it.
Has 2 dual knives and is more like an assassin or rogue.
Or him freaking out about the hat. Banned, banned, banned. Or the spoon rant. Send him the clip of eat shit out of my fucking ass.
Type. I just remembered, I tried out the Recluse, who's the magic user. And each one of them, I would argue, played pretty uniquely, with the tank basically trying to pull aggro and absorb all damage, but can't really effectively deal damage. The Recluse absolutely is a cool ranged character, casting different spells, but also can do the carry and sword sorceries that can be really powered up depending on your loadout. And then there's the Duchess, who is the one who sneaks in, does giant damage, sneaks back out again, wash, rinse, and repeat. Definitely one of the big damage dealers of the game. Now, during the course of this full release...
Do we want to hear about all of this?
Excuse me. I have tried... the Raider class and the...
Do we want to hear about all this Nightreign stuff? Because otherwise I'm just going to proceed.
Raider is basically a stun master. He has a ginormous weapon, and his job is to deal as much stun as possible to weaken an enemy, so now everyone can rain on the damage as they're staggered. I also played as the... I forget if it's not the Eviscerator or Eradicator. It starts with an E. This is the character who has the parry mechanic, similar to Sekiro. And your goal there is to try to absorb as many hits as possible to charge up a supercharged move. Then you can do a running slash that not only takes a big chunk of damage off the enemy, but also deals a ton of stagger to them. So it's a kind of a hybrid gameplay style. And then lastly, the class that I've played the most of so far is Iron Eye. This class is definitely the ranged class.
2 jump out votes for Skip Juice. Let's see how long he rambles on.
That you can go into that has optional content. So you never know who you're going to face as one of these knight bosses. Sometimes it's kind of lame. Like once it was a Crucible Knight and a Hippopotamus at the same.
I love the face, but
The way it works is you're in an open world fighting enemies. Each time you fight enemies, you gain runes. All of which were good. Like, oh, I got a poison bow, I got a fire bow, I got this, holy crap. So it's kind of like feast or famine, but you don't ever really know what's going to happen with that. Now, when your teammates get down, you can revive them by striking them when they're on the ground. At first, it's very easy to do, but the more that they get down, the more hits it will take for them to revive. At the end of a night, that really resets. So you don't have to worry. If someone got down to bunch night 1, night 2, it resets back to 0, and it's easy to revive them again. So basically, I've kind of described all of the major elements of the game. What happens is you go through a run of 3 nights. Night 1, you're basically running around, fighting enemies, leveling up, finding items, and then the ring starts coming in. You got to go in there, you fight the first big boss. And I think you can start to see some of the frustration of the game. Imagine if you're going to advance past the introductory stage and you're going to actually beat.
Okay. Might be because I'm
I told
trying
you
to.
guys up front. I didn't know about the long-term viability of this game. Then I felt that maybe it might be a game I only play a few times and then we don't go back to. But thankfully, the game is $40. It's not $70+, which is absolutely insane that so many games are charging this insane full price and they're really not full-fledged games. FromSoft knew this wasn't. They knew it was an asset flip. They knew this was them bringing back assets.
It is. It's really painful.
You'll be climbing the side of a wall and all of a sudden you won't be able to climb it. Oh, the night wall's. I'm playing Elden Ring Nightreign on PC. Okay, the game looks absolutely gorgeous. New game, or the Duke's Dear Frazier. Oh wow, I remember when I played that game for the first time 10 years ago and I fought this boss right in the room full of spiderwebs, and now here you are fighting it again with a team of people. It's kind of fun, very nostalgic feeling. But if you haven't played those games, maybe you won't even understand who these bosses are, in which case it's kind of lost on you. Still a good game, and I am enjoying my time. I am going to spend more time. We move on to the next segment. I just want to check on something.
Okay. What are you going to check on? I don't want to skip in case he says. I don't know if he will or if he won't, or I don't know. Who knows? He's shaking his head. He doesn't like something.
What a bunch of idiots. I ordered something for the Switch. This is what I was going to check on. I ordered something for the Switch for today, and they said they couldn't deliver it, but no explanation as to why.
Because they hate you, Trebek. This is it, by the way? Oh, okay. Okay. We've gotten some information from the future. I love information from the future.
We couldn't deliver it. Okay, why? Why couldn't you deliver it? Can you explain? No. And all it says is, oh, sorry, you can try ordering it again. Well, what does that mean?
I don't know. You've given us like 30% of the information that we need. Why check on it now? Because he wants to show it off on stream. He bought something for the Switch. That's an album cover, not anal bum cover.
So did they refund me? I don't even know. I don't even know what they did. Did they refund it? This is so dumb. I even have all instructions on how to deliver it. Detailed instructions on how to do it. They're
Okay.
all right here.
Okay.
How much you want to bet the delivery people are idiots? That's my guess. Just a complete moron who doesn't read.
Mr. Connery, that is let it snow, not let tits now.
Because sadly, I hate to say it, this also happens, sadly, with sometimes food deliveries. You'll give all the information on how to access, I live in a private community, okay? There's a front gate. There's a code to get in. So
We know. You shared it when you pre-ordered the Switch. We all know what it is.
when I have a delivery going, I give all the information out. Here's how you do it. I even say, here's where the house is. Person probably is just stupid and didn't read.
Or maybe they knocked and no one answered, because Jasper's in there with you because your wife's at work. He's always in there with you when your wife's at work. So he was downstairs knocking on the door, and you're up here like, oh, thanks for the $2 tip. And they're like, well, this asshole ain't home, so it's coming with me.
Just a dummy. Didn't feel like reading to figure it out how to deliver. So I'll give up. And the funny part is there's nothing here I can do. It literally says there's nothing I can do. All the delivery instructions are right there. So what am I supposed to do differently?
Flicks, Mr. Connery. Foreign flicks.
This is asinine and stupid.
Or whatever it is, you could have gotten in the car, drove 12 minutes and gone to Target and probably bought whatever it is. But yeah, the guy who couldn't deliver it or didn't deliver it, I don't want to say can't. I just said the person who didn't deliver it for whatever reason, yeah, they're stupid. Not this asshole who could have just, gone to the store. Wait, are you selling penis mightiers?
this
No, I'm not. Well, you're sitting on a gold mine,
Be
Trebek.
nervous about like my Switch 2 coming on Thursday. You get one competent person and they'll know exactly what they're doing, and you'll get a moron who doesn't read and doesn't care and doesn't really give a shit, and they just do the bare.
So if that is so important to you, lift off your fat ass and go to the store and get it. You are balancing an awful lot, hoping that a lot of other things fall perfectly into place, which most of the time they do. But seeing as how you have a whole fucking marathon planned around this thing, maybe you shouldn't leave it up to other people. Maybe you should put on your big boy, it's Monday underwear and go do something yourself. Mr. Canadian, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. I hope where he ordered, I hope they give him nothing and take his money. Karma is slowly creeping on him. I hope he doesn't get the Switch till like fucking 6 o'clock.
Bare minimum, and then they won't deliver something, and I'm nervous about Thursday that happens. Imagine I'm doing my marathon, and it's like, oh, can't deliver your Switch 2 because the moron.
Look, I'm like highly agoraphobic. I don't like to have to do like a lot of running around and stuff like that. However, when it's like, you know, something that's just like he's putting like so much on this marathon. Like he really has to like he wants to shove it in our faces. Like, haha, you know, you fucking retards, you think you can cancel my order? Well, look what I got. You would think that as soon as that stream went live on Thursday at 10:45, you would think he'd want to have it, just holding it up to the camera and shoving it in everyone's fucking face. You've left it up to, I don't know, is it UPS, FedEx, Amazon? I don't know. I'm not sure. He won't say. I'm not surprised because he probably sold one of Cat's fucking kidneys for it. So we don't want to know where he got it from. But I mean, if this is really important to you.
Is an idiot who doesn't read notes and can't get into your facility. Great. So yeah, this is frustrating because again, I did have some of the stuff here.
I also love Celebrity Jeopardy, if nobody knew.
And I had more stuff coming that I wanted to have here, and I don't have it. And I guess all I can do is click get help and try to talk with their customer support about it. Let's see.
Can you imagine the rant after Thursday when Kino makes more money? Kino is going to make filthy money on Thursday, and I couldn't be happier for him. Honest to God, they're going to do everything that this fucking loser is going to do all day long, except they're going to do it like 10,000 times better. They're actually going to have people come along and play Mario Kart. They're going to be dressing up in costumes, doing all kinds of stuff. From what I understand, PPP is just going to get like wasted, like real wasted, not fucking 2 White Claws in 6 hours wasted.
Yeah, I know, they're not going to help me.
Your mother, Trebek. My mother lives in a nursing home in Alberta.
To automation. This is the other thing. Oh, AI is great. No, it's not. The AI for this stuff is terrible. It never helps you. You always got to try to talk to a human to get any kind of help. You'll never get help from the AI. It will never be able to do anything it needs to do.
I guess it all depends on what you need. But you're one of those people who has those weird problems that 0.01% of people encounter because you're so fucking incompetent. The AI like literally can't help you. It registers and doesn't know what to do something, you know, so fucking dumb. Do they make them for men? You wrote below that is an answer. You wrote something. Let's see what you wagered. Me. Below me. That's a good one too. Or when Elijah Wood is Keanu Reeves. That's a good one. Hello, sir? I can keep going on about Celebrity Jeopardy, but
again, they're going to screw it up.
Yeah, which is exactly why you should go and get
I'll
it.
do this live while I'm also doing the show. They're going to connect me to an agent.
Mr. Canadian, thank you for the 2. Black Jeopardy is better with Tom Hanks. That's funny too.
Anyway.
It's what skinny women can do for you. What is not a damn thing?
Well, I have some accessories here for the Switch 2 that I'd like to show you that actually we will be looking at when my Switch 2, hopefully my Switch 2 arrives later on this week. And,
as a woman of calories, I appreciate that joke.
And yeah, it'll be pretty cool to see, you know, what third-party peripherals work well and what are junk. To be honest, you don't know. Especially when you have a brand new console. There may be a company that is kind of reputable, or there may be a company that's not so good. So what I wanted to do is show you some of the things that I got that we're going to be testing, okay? So, oh, by the way, hold on. I received a tip.
Oh, that
Oh, there
Jeff
we go.
Goldblum is solid. Who is it that does... Oh, I can't think of the name right now. Damn. I'll take balloons for 800. I think what is it? I'll take balloons for 800 if you please. And he's like, that's not a category. My mistake. I shall choose balloons for 600. And you're just like, what the fuck is happening? If I wouldn't get a fucking copyright ban hammer, I'd just watch all the Celebrity Jeopardies right now. David Duchovny, that's the one. Yep. Yeah, Norm Macdonald. Mr. Reynolds has changed his name to Turd Ferguson.
Okay. So I got a $2 tip. Congrats on your recent success. Can't wait for the Switch 2. I've got truck sim because of you, and I might get a wheel. Thoughts on the slippery slope of normalizing drinking during gaming for contributions? And now he's like, oh, you're a former alcoholic. How about this? Fuck you. I can drink if I want because I'm...
Oh, unexpected. Okay, here we go. He flipped out right there at the end.
Slippery slope of normalizing drinking during gaming for contributions. And now he's like, oh, you're a former alcoholic. How about this? Fuck you. I can drink if I want because I'm a fucking adult. As long as I do it responsibly, which I do. I'm not drinking and driving. I'm not advising that people do bad things. Go fuck yourself. I can drink whenever I want, and you'll like it. Okay. So he's a moron hiding behind the tip because he thought that I was going to care because he says that nice stuff first. And he says, you're a recovering alcoholic. Why are you drinking? Because I'm an adult and I can do what I want, and you can kiss my fucking ass. Thanks.
Ooh. Damn. That hit a deep nerve. Ouch.
Okay. Yes, I did have to be an asshole to him because when someone's going to be messed up to you like that, you have to treat them with the exact way that you understand that they need to be treated so they go away. Because someone like that, they're going to talk.
Yeah, that's really going to make him go away. That like fucking S tier reaction that you just gave, that's really going to make them go away now. They didn't learn, wow, I hit a deep fucking nerve and shined a huge fucking spotlight on something. Wow. Holy shit. Mr. Canadian, I appreciate the 5. Final Jeopardy category is White Lives Matter. And then everyone looks at Tom Hanks. And then what's the guy's name who does the host? Who's the host? He's like, well, does he say something like, well, you can't win them all or something like that?
How dare you drink on stream? And do you think that's a bad example because you're a former alcoholic? No, because I drink responsibly. I'm not drinking and driving. I'm not going and doing stupid shit. I'm not.
Just because you don't drink and drive, bro, no, wait, look, because the part of my brain that didn't fall out of my ear is now blowing out the back of my neck. Dude, just because you don't drink and drive doesn't make you not an alcoholic. Yes, you are responsible if you do not drink and drive, but you can still drink and be a stellar alcoholic, my guy.
Not messing with guns and weapons and stuff while I'm drinking. We're playing video games. So if I have a White Claw when I'm doing truck sim, that's fine. It's any adult's right to do that. If we're doing a marathon and I say, hey, we hit a certain support goal and you guys want to see me get a little tipsy, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm in the safety of my own home office. In fact, that's probably the safest way to do it.
But the fact that you need to do it while you're working kind of says alcoholic, my guy. I'm not here to judge what anybody does, but...
Don't go drinking and driving at
functional alcoholic is lost on him. Bingo.
the bar or at a restaurant. If you do it safely at home, it's fine. So what don't you
It's also okay if you do it safely in a bar or restaurant.
understand? But what is it?
I've been very safely drunk in many a bar in my lifetime.
They content farm. This person actually wanted me to try to like say something about, oh yeah, alcoholism and shit. Go fuck yourself. No, really, I mean it. Go fuck yourself. Leave me alone. Okay.
Ooh, hit the nerve
so
part
I received
too.
a generous $13 tip from Thomas. He says, I want to get your tax to a round number. Thomas, it's good to see you. Good morning and welcome.
Then make it a nice even 1,000.
Welcome to the stream. I know that you can't always attend the streams, but it's good to have you. Thanks for the support. So that is that will get us to a good round number.
Angry Monkey, thank you for the 2, honey. I appreciate you. No wonder he's always fighting people. No wonder he's always fighting people always online, right? Who wants to be safe and drunk? Well, I mean, that's true. I can't condone drinking and driving, but apparently it's okay if he gets drunk whenever he wants, as long as he just stays in the house and puts away all the sharp knives, which I doubt they have anyway, as they use paper plates and plastic cutlery. So I guess
Okay.
then it's okay. Did Kat leave over the drinking? I mean, if you are of the opinion that she left, it would be a good possibility. I wasn't drunk in public. I was drunk in a bar and thrown out into public. He doesn't have no toilet. He has one. Their master bed, their ensuite off their master bedroom. I guess the toilet doesn't work. From what I remember, I think from the house tour, there's a 2-piece washroom that's downstairs. I believe on the first floor. So. A plastic butter knife can give you a nasty cut. Yeah, especially if you snap one of them things, like they can shank you. Yeah. Sir, your liver is failing. It's okay. I only drink at home. I'm safe. Right, exactly. You know, sir, you're going to need a liver transplant. No. It's okay. I don't drink and drive. I only do it, I don't go anywhere. I stay home. Like, oh, well, fuck. That's just like, sorry to inform you. You have brain cancer. Oh, no, that's okay. I work from home. That's okay. Like, what?
All right. So, sorry, because I'm talking with customer support to get this thing redelivered today. It sounds like it will be. Not that it's a huge deal, but again, makes you concerned when you specifically provide instructions that says, I live in a private...
Well, by all means, stop your show completely for this one accessory for this accessory for the console that you don't even have yet. By all means, stop your show completely and talk about this.
Here's how you get in. Here's where my house is. Deliver it this way. And then they come and they say, oh, we don't have access. They drive away. They do this all the time. You know who's infamous for doing this? The United States Postal Service. They're the absolute worst. They'll say that they deliver on a day.
Thomas has fallen a long way from 1,600 down to 13. Was it the same guy? I don't even know.
And they'll say they don't have access to your home. What are you talking about? The United States Postal Service has a special box and a special key that opens our gate 24/7, 7 days a week. They demanded that we give this to them, or they said they wouldn't deliver mail to us. So we actually paid a whole bunch of money. You know, I live in a private community, so we all had to foot the bill to have this special...
We know, Princess. We know.
...electronic box installed so that they have 24/7 access, but then they still have the balls to say, oh, we don't have access when they don't decide to just deliver something. Because what happens is then it doesn't hurt their metrics. Then they'd say, oh, it wasn't our fault we couldn't deliver.
Not a big deal, yet he's been bitching about it for 30 minutes. Just like it's not a big deal when he doesn't hit the goal. But he's going to guilt you and shame you and talk, for an hour and a half about how he didn't hit the goal.
So, we can't be held...
It's the same guy? Damn, he is busted.
...accountable, even though it's always them. It's pretty messed up.
Hello, you gave me $1,600 on Friday. I was here Sunday. Where were you? Now it's Monday. 30. You thought you could just do that once? $3,200, asshole.
Anyway, all right. So let's start taking a look.
You know that's what he's thinking right now too. $13. What the fuck is this shit? You know he's mad right now.
At some of these cool accessories that we're going to be testing out with the Switch 2 this week. I'm not going to be taking any of them out of the packaging. I just want to show you many of the things that I have.
So he's mad that something didn't show up. Something that he isn't even going to take out of the box. He's just going to show you the box.
Lined up so that we can take a look at them together and see if it's something that may be worth your time. Okay?
How would you know? You can't plug it into anything. You don't have the console. You can't test it out. You can't try it out. How does this do anything?
I just got a $2 tip. Someone says, what's a cuisine you've never tried before? Maybe one day we can take that off the list if a place opens up. Good question. But the thing is, if I haven't had it, I don't really know if I would be able to pull it off the top of my head. Like, I would say a lot of European food I've never tried. I don't think I've ever had anything authentically German. I don't think I've had anything authentically French. British food, I've only just eaten those meat pies, remember?
Mr. Canadian, thank you for the 2. Maybe the drivers know who he is. Fuck you, Phil. Yeah, right. Look down, see the name, be like, nope, I'm gonna throw this shit in the street. Was not able to deliver. More shopping. Phil is a woman. Sorry, Toxie. I'm not offended. Make chick jokes.
And that was the first time
I'm not offended. I call Kat the dishwasher all the time. I don't give a fuck.
Had any exposure to British food. I'm sure there's tons more British food that I could have. I've never had anything Russian. I've never had anything pretty much, Middle Eastern.
I have a working dishwasher in my house. I still am the dishwasher. Why would I use the dishwasher? I'm faster and better. Like, I don't understand. So I don't care. You can make chick jokes.
Food, if you think about it, I've probably had things that are more like Turkish style, Mediterranean style. I don't know if I've ever had like genuine Middle Eastern cuisine at all. That kind of stuff.
I talk about how all the time how like, you know, like this dude ain't a man. So I guess like technically you could say like I emasculate dudes or whatever, but even though it's just this piece of shit. Sir,
What?
you got to do this right now, huh? Dishwashers are dumb. I know. Did she even like graduate?
I'm not even kidding you. Just listen to this.
What college did she go
I'm
to?
in customer support chat
That was mean. I have to take it back. I'm sorry.
for the item that couldn't be delivered because they didn't have access, despite the fact I gave them the
You're faster, better, and way nicer to look at. I think that all depends on who you ask. I'm old.
information, have access. They just said, "Oh, well, here's the name and phone number of the driver if you want to call."
If I was like 23, that would be a true statement. At 40, I don't know. Jury might be out on that one.
I'm in chat with you. What is your job then? It's I have to call the driver? What do you get paid for? They actually want me to call. What?
Right.
Anyway,
My parents had when I was spoiled. I don't even have a garbage disposal. I lived in a house for a long time that didn't have a garbage disposal, and I do in my place now, and I don't ever use it because it's like when you grow up or for a long time you like have something or don't have it respectively, it's like you almost don't know like how to function without it.
yikes.
Talk to somebody, have an interaction, voice to voice with another human. No.
Anyway,
Satan.
let's continue.
I didn't say anything was wrong with 40. I just said I don't look like I did when I was 25.
Anyway, so what are the cuisines? I don't know. Like, if you guys could bring up some cuisines, right? Then
He's very panicked about Thursday. And this is only reinforcing that fear that this shit may or may not happen on time. Mr. Canadian, I appreciate the $5. Speaking of dishwasher, Peter Griffin wrote a cartoon saying, "My dishwasher is broken," as he throws his wife on the counter.
Oh, that you think I would like, but I've never had them. Then maybe we could put them on a list and we can see if ever we find a way to get those cuisines, but I don't know. Sadly,
40-year-olds can still be sexy. Like, listen, it all depends on who you are and what you got going
like I said,
on.
a lot of stuff out here is just not available. A lot of stuff out here, I live in a part of the country, okay, where it's heavy Asian population. You know, and I'm not, that's not just like what you think. We think Asian, you think, oh, you mean Chinese, Japanese? No, Thai, Vietnamese, Indian food is huge out here. Like a lot of different, Asian cultures live here.
Why are we talking about food now? We were talking about the postal service, and now I have to call a guy, and now we're talking about food. Like, are you okay?
So that kind of food is incredibly easy to get. But outside of those, it's kind of tough to get anything else. There's very little European style cuisine out here. And variety in that regard. So, yeah, that's why, people say, oh, DSP tries it. Why don't you try something different? It's like, because you search, you get
I'm
this
surprised that Thomas guy came back. I'll be fucking honest with you. If that's legit the same guy.
same shit over and over. You know what I mean?
Why are we talking about Asians? Because every time he talks about the food and the cuisine in his area, he always feels the need to tell you how many Asian people live there.
Oh, my God. This is ridiculous.
Hello? Why does he say cuisine? I don't know. He just, what did he just call his house? He just called where he lives a facility so they can deliver it to the facility. I don't know, because this guy's a fucking retard. Retard alert.
Basically, they're not helping me at all.
Thomas came back broken, searching for validation. They made fun of me, Daddy. Tell me I'm good, Daddy. Please. I desperately need validation. All those meanies on Twitter made fun of me.
I don't work for you. You work for you. You do the work. You contact your driver.
If you want the thing, you better make the phone call, or they're going to pitch your shit in the garbage, my guy.
You tell them how to get access.
If he gets paid by the syllable, then this dude would have $11 billion.
And then you receive a paycheck for it, not me.
And that's why they work like they do. They make X amount an hour, regardless of whether or not they help you. So,
yikes. Okay, this is ridiculous. Let's go ahead and let's look at some of these Switch accessories before I rip my hair out of my head here live on stream, okay?
What you have left. Oh!
Unbelievable. Okay, so the first accessory we're going to try, this one is an alternative to the incredibly pricey option that Nintendo is offering. Okay, what this is an accessory that lets you take the new Switch 2, what do they call them, Joy-Cons, and you attach the Joy-Cons to the side of it. You then plug it in via USB, and now you can use the Joy-Cons as a standard controller using this device while they charge. Otherwise, you need to have the Joy-Cons attached to the Switch and have it be in handheld mode, which is kind of weird. Like, how else are you going to charge these things? Because I was thinking in my head, when we get the Switch 2 on Thursday, the Joy-Cons aren't going to have a full charge. We have to charge them. Well, how do I play the Switch if we're waiting for them to charge? This accessory right here, okay? So, yeah, it's supposed to be via USB-C, which I have a big cable for. I actually bought a big USB-C cable for.
You could just get a Pro controller. Isn't that still a thing? I have a Switch. I just have the Pro controllers.
For it. And so, yeah, we're going to test it out. That is what we're going to do on launch days. We're going to actually play it with the Joy-Cons. Now, I'm well aware that there's going to be a ton of control.
So he's not going to take it out of the box and show it to you. He's not going to show it to you. There's no console for him to try to see if it works or anything. Nope, we're just gonna get this. That's it.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Controllers that will be compatible with Switch 2. Even the new PC controller I've been using works with Switch 1, and that's also supposed to work with Switch 2. Apparently, the original Pro controller from Switch 1 works with Switch 2, but I want to play with the Joy-Cons. I want to test them. That's the whole idea, is using the standard controller. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this will be for. And by the way, this is half the price of the Nintendo one and does exactly the same thing. It's just the third party made it instead of Nintendo. Nintendo was charging $40 for this. This was $20. Okay, so that's one of the accessories that we'll be checking out and testing live, obviously. Okay, hold on.
Cool. Thanks for, you barely showed us the box.
I would love to contact the driver, but I'm only allowed to chat. Then what do you work there for? Like, you're not even doing anything.
Very regarded show and tell.
This is ridiculous.
Well, while he's doing this. Yeah, he's really going all in for the fucking... Well, remember Minecraft? He's still playing Minecraft, the Minecraft McDonald's meal. There was all this Minecraft, the Legos and everything, because he was trying to cash in on Minecraft. He's going to try to get every dollar he can for this Switch nonsense, even though he doesn't like the console. Or doesn't like Nintendo, excuse me. Having my own moment over here. Yeah, why would they talk to the driver for you? I don't understand. Like, that would be weird. So you tell this person information and, like, I don't understand. You could say, oh, well, yeah, when you go up to the gate, you have to put this code in. You have to do ABCXYZ. Why would this person call? They have other people to help. Oh, hey, you have a problem? Well, here's the number for the driver in your area. You go on ahead and give them a call. I'm going to go help the next person because, believe it or not, there's other people besides you to help.
Anyway, okay, continuing on. Well, one thing...
Am I personally getting a Switch 2? No.
I have no idea if I'm going to end up using these or not. But I've actually never really used something like this. I've seen people back in the...
So you bought it intending on potentially never even using it, but you had to have it. Okay.
They use stuff like this all the time. And I was curious if this would actually feel any better or work any better than what it comes with. So I actually got a pack of thumbstick attachments specifically for the new Switch 2 Joy-Con. And there's 3 different, like, heights. I guess there's, like, the highest one is kind of chunky in the middle. And then there's a thinner one. So
this is why this man has no fucking money. Look at this shit. This is why this man has no fucking money.
It's a set of those to test out for the Joy-Cons and see how it feels and see if I like one better than another rather than just the standard thumbstick. I feel like this might work well because a lot of the times these thumbsticks just wear out really easily. So if you're putting a cover on it, if the cover wears out instead of the thumbstick, maybe that's better.
Well, he doesn't have to necessarily meet somebody. He just has to talk to them on the phone. But the thing about it is that he wants, someone just needs to figure it out. He ordered it, it's kind of like, think like caveman. I ordered, it come to door. Wait, it no come to door. Why no come to door? Hey, you there. This no come to my door. You make come to my door now. Like, that's kind of where we are. All he knows is it's not there, and he needs to contact somebody who just needs to do the work for him and fix it and make it show up.
I don't know, but try. And by the way, this was cheap. This was less than $10. I think it was like $8 or something like that.
This is why you got no fucking money. This is why, right here.
So just something to try.
How much shit does this guy get delivered a week? I swear, something comes every day. I would bet money that something comes every day for one of them, because she orders a bunch of shit too.
see how they feel, if they feel better than the regular Joy-Con without it, okay? Well, I got a third-party version of the racing wheel. I have no clue how this is going to work, okay? So basically what you're supposed to do is take the Joy-Con and put it into these pieces of plastic that simulate a wheel. Now, I can't imagine this being very big. Look how small the box is. It's hilarious because the picture that they showed people holding like a full-size wheel like this. I was like, is it really going to be that big? No, it's tiny. So how big can this realistically be? It's probably incredibly small, okay? So that's...
How big is the box? That's probably about how big it is. It doesn't come in 46 pieces to put together. So I imagine it's pretty fucking small, retard. Yeah, he bought all the fucking not Nintendo branded shit.
It's probably going to be a piece of crap for the record.
So how much was it? How much did you spend on this piece of crap? Boy, they fucking saw you coming, didn't they?
I bought the wheel for the Wii way back when.
Every time this fucking guy signs into his Amazon account, fucking Jeff Bezos has an orgasm. Oh, here comes this fucking retard again. $862 on a bunch of other fucking bullshit.
To play that Mario...
Oh, and by the way, he'll lose and break half of it and order the shit again.
Kart game that was on the Wii. I forget which version that was, okay? It was like 2 Mario Karts ago. And it actually played worse with the wheel accessory than it actually did with the Wii mode itself. Just having the Wii mode in your...
There's a guy in Duty's stream that knows how many packages he gets, around 7 to 8 almost every day. Well, he's buying shit on Amazon. You can't tell me they don't fucking get their groceries delivered. Like, I'm sorry. Like, yes, the fuck they do. There's something coming from Amazon. There's something coming from the post office, UPS, FedEx. She's ordering all the shit off the Home Shopping, the QVC, Amazon, everything else. And you can just go to actual like websites too and buy things. Like you can order things from Walmart, or you can order things from, it whatever, and have them delivered. So
hand and turning worked better than having the wheel, because the wheel wouldn't turn far enough. So to make it turn around a sharp corner, you'd have to go like this with your hands, which who could do that? It was really bizarre, a really bizarre accessory. So this will be interesting. Number one, will it even improve the controls of Mario Kart? And number two, is this any good quality? Because it looks tiny, right? Like how small could this possibly be? All right, that'll be something to test. Oh, here we go. Our chat can only deal with a chat style issue. You have to call our phone number to have someone call the driver. You are insane. You know what?
Ooh. Did you ban them? Oh, great shot. I'll be grabbing that. Did you ban them? Did you ban them from your chat?
Oh, my Lord. So they want me to stop my stream, stop working, to call them, to speak to the human, to say, hey, you already have the information to access the facility. It sounds like your driver doesn't know how to read. Can you get them to learn how to be, literate so they can enter?
You're not going to say any of that because you're a pussy. You're not going to say any of that.
Unbelievable, man. Anyway, there was
They want me to stop, like, working right now? How the fuck do they know you're working? You have time to chat. If you have time to chat, how could you possibly be working?
something else, too, that I'm getting delivered. I want to see if that showed up.
Oh, something else he's getting delivered.
No, they've already bumped the delivery. That's great.
This is freaking him out, man.
Yep. Okay, so it's not coming right now, so, okay. All right, continuing on. I got some screen protectors, tempered glass, one touch, and it has a whole big applicator that's supposedly shaped specifically to the Switch 2. It's supposed to be easy application. Now, here's the funny part about it. So I bought these, and then I actually found out Switch 2 already has a screen protector.
Screen protector for the console that he ain't never going to take out of that base and use it as a handheld.
Yeah, did you know that? Switch 2 actually has a switch protector installed on it already by default. And apparently Nintendo didn't make this known, but people now have the unit and are finding it. They're like, yeah, what's this? It's already a protective film they put on it. So technically...
So you bought this shit anyway.
You actually don't need a screen protector. But I bought them, so now it's like, what are you going to do? So I guess...
See, but I need money. But give me more money. I bought this. I probably won't use it. I bought this. I don't know. I bought this, but then it turns out I don't need it. I bought this, but I broke it. I bought this, but I lost it. Yeah, but he needs more money. More money.
I guess we'll try it anyway. I'm being told this will apply. Like, you could put this on the screen protector that's already on there, and essentially then you have 2 screen protectors on your Switch.
Why in the holy mother of ass would you do that? He literally won't take 5 minutes to call them. He will not.
Okay. Now.
He's going to go on a break. He can call on his break. He won't, though. He won't. That's not true. He might. I don't know. But he isn't going to act like a tough guy. Could you tell your driver to be literate and he'll be like, excuse me. It said that I was going to be getting something delivered today. Is it still going to be delivered? That's how he fucking talks in public.
Bought a few things, which I am very curious to even see what the hell they are. All right. So
yeah, Thomas, are you watching this? This is where your fucking money goes. He buys shit and looks at it and goes, yeah, I probably won't even use it. He buys something. Oh, it turns out I don't really need it. Or every time when he was buying all the shit for this fucking office, this studio, and he'd be like, I didn't know which one to get. So I remember the mic arm. I didn't know which one to get. I just bought 4 of them. Oh yeah, this cord. I didn't know which one to get. So I just bought 7 of them. Oh, I need a new capture card. Well, I didn't know what to get. So I bought 3 of them. Yeah, he needs some more money.
I bought 2 models.
Remember, if not for booze and WWE champions, he'd be a multi-millionaire. I just want you to remember that. He has made no less than $100,000 a year for 17 years. Far as my math, that's $1.7 million. And there are years, obviously, where he's made more than that. I estimate this man has made between $2.2 to $2.5 million. And he's busted buying bullshit he don't even need, but give him some more money.
Of a case for the Switch 2.
You're looking at somebody who would have been a multimillionaire right now.
But this is the weirdest thing. They are claiming that these cases stay on the Switch 2 no matter what, and you can dock your Switch 2 with the case on it.
Another thing that you absolutely need for a person who will never lift that console up out of the dock. Never.
What? If it has a case on it, how can you still dock it? Like, how would it fit? And I was so curious. I bought 2 different models from 2 different companies.
Bought a game for $50, didn't like it, but when someone told him to return it, he purposely went back on Steam and played it longer so that he wouldn't get his $50 back. But give him some more money, though. Digital Melanin, thank you for the 220. Phil spends it like he's allergic to it. Oh, baby, this shit burns a hole in his pocket.
They're supposed to look different, so I don't know what they're going to, we're going to see. We're going to unbox them and test them out. But I've never heard, how do you have a case on the Switch 2, but it's still going to fit in the dock and charge? So they could be crap, and then I'll return them, but they could be good.
Yeah, right here. He bought 2. He bought 2. He is never gonna lift that console up off of the dock. But he's got a screen protector he doesn't need, something else he probably won't even bother to use, and 2 cases. Like he's gonna take it with him when he travels. Travels where? Downstairs to take a shit?
I want to try it. We have 2 different cases of this style to try on the Switch 2. Okay?
Yeah, cool story. Can you tell us how much everything is? I want to get everything. I want to be just like you, Daddy Phil. Can you tell me what you spent on all this worthless crap?
I also got
that you might be able to melt down and make something useful.
Case that has a fancy design on it.
He got, a travel case. Bro, no. You cannot make, no. What? He has a travel case.
And it's supposed to house not only the Switch 2 and the Joy-Cons.
Oh my God. I think my brain's going to explode. I think I'm going to die. I'm dying.
No, but did you see, I'm not unboxing any of this stuff. I'm going to do it live on the stream on Thursday when we first unbox the Switch 2. So I'm not going to do any of this till we have it. I don't want it spoiled. I'm showing you how many things I actually have to test out. All right.
How many things? Why? How many things do you have?
We got that case.
Oh my God.
All of that. I was curious about this.
For the honeymoon, what the fuck do you guys mean? What, downstairs?
Charging dock. That's a standalone charging dock that your magnetic Switch 2 controllers are supposed to snap to and attach to.
Oh, look at the colors.
To remotely charge, so you don't have to have them on the side of your Switch. You can just put them on the dock when you're done using them. But the dock has LEDs. RGB LEDs on it. How fancy is that? Who doesn't want RGBs on their dock charger? I mean, that's the selling point of the dock charger for me.
The things that we're never going to see.
Okay, so we got to try that. All right. Now, some of the other things, like I said,
I should be taking note of all these things and look online and see what they all are, but I just now thought
another
of that.
case that I ordered. Now, this case looked unique. What this case was supposed to be was like a form factor case to the Switch 2. Like, it actually specifically forms to the controllers and the thumbsticks and stuff. And that didn't get delivered yet. It was supposed to be delivered this morning, but they bumped.
Wait, what was it? I'm sorry. I was reading my chat, not listening to you because the chat's more interesting.
Now, some of the other things, like I said, I had another case that I ordered. Now, this case looked unique. What this
3 cases, y'all. 3 cases. 3.
case was supposed to be was like a form factor case to the Switch 2. Like, it actually specifically forms to the controllers and the thumbsticks and stuff.
What the fuck is happening?
And that didn't get delivered yet. It was
y'all. What is with this hemorrhoid and RGBs? I have no idea.
supposed to be delivered this morning, but they bumped the delivery till afternoon, so I'm not going to have that now to show you today. And in addition, I had some other
Lachero wasn't joking about the RGB paper plates. No, absolutely not.
accessories as well. So we will have a good amount of stuff to particularly of all these things. I would say these 3 to find out if they're good or not. Like, the wheel, is it worth it, or is it just a piece of junk? Does it not actually do anything, right? The thumbstick attachments, are they good, or are they actually just crap? And
Thumbstick attachments. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let him talk because I think I need a minute.
the third-party version, okay, of the same thing that Nintendo's charging $40 for, this one's only $20, is the third-party discounted version, more viable? Because if this works, this is a great solution for a lot of people rather than have to buy the official Nintendo one, all right?
He's got another $100 worth of shit right there, easy. And he has other shit coming.
The other stuff is just kind of fun. Like I said, I can't imagine.
No more is right. I know. Like,
Imagine having a protective case that will fit the Switch 2 that also can dock at the same time, but they claim they do. And I have 2 different models of it. So
Blade Hero, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. Filibuster episode 2 just wrote itself. They all write themselves. But yeah, the daily fap tonight will probably be wild.
I guess we're gonna have some fun stuff to mess around with along with the Switch 2 on Thursday. Okay. So now it's official, by the way. The wager that we did, or the prediction that we did earlier. How many Switch 2 accessories will be revealed? 5 or less, or more than 5? I just showed you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ones.
And there was still shit coming.
So the people who said more than 5 are the winners. On Kick, congratulations.
Who was fucking everybody, because who wouldn't have guessed more than 5?
And by the way, less people chose more than 5, so that means they just made out and won some big points. Congrats.
Wow, less people chose more than 5? Wow, you haven't been around long enough, have you? Christ.
The funny part about this is dying not dead in chat says, I mean this in the nicest possible way, but you're a mark. I'm not a mark.
You are totally. It was just about to pass my lips. They see you coming, dude. They shit out a screen protector before Nintendo even said that it came with one, and you bought the shit. And here's the thing, if you want to get a case for it, like, that's fine. There really isn't anything wrong with it, even though he's not going to use it as a handheld and walk around with it or anything. If you want a case, bro, you bought 3. You bought the little wheel when you can use the controller.
I'm testing these products for the stream so you know whether or not to get them. Anything here that number 1.
You just wanted to buy stuff because money literally burns a hole in your pocket. Your pocket literally explodes and bursts into flames if you don't throw that money away the second that you fucking get it. Give me a goddamn break. Phil is easily a mark. Didn't he spend hundreds on spark plugs on his car? Yeah, he got ripped off on that.
Number 1 isn't good. I can return. And number 2, this is my job. I'm literally reviewing these peripherals, right? This is actually the first time I'm able
You could buy 1 case. 1.
to really do so because they were all available.
You could buy 3 products. Hey, I have 3 products here that I'm going to test out. You just said you have 8. At least one other thing you have coming, and it's probably more than 1. You bought 10. What, to make a video about the peripherals for the Switch 2 that's going to get 163 views? Big ups, guy.
Available before the launch of the console and readily available. So this is a review. It's a review segment of my content. Why do you think I'm a mark? I'm not someone who's a consumer who ran out and bought them and still have 700 accessories. You know what I mean? Like, this is, I'm going to do it for business purposes. Anyway.
Yeah. Way to justify that.
Okay. So
I guarantee he buys a lot of shit, quote unquote, for his job, because I don't know, when you have these kind of emotional issues like Phil has, usually common problems are shopping addictions, online shopping addictions. Sometimes you'll see things like hoarding because it's somebody trying to fill an emotional void. It's why everything is done in this like overabundance. It's done in an attempt to like heal the hurt and fill the void. You know, he drinks till he can't feel feelings anymore. Or he, you know, tries to collect all of his sweaty man JPEGs and he ends up overdoing it. There are people who find, you know, or feel they find a lot of comfort in there's a running joke. It's called retail therapy for a reason. And you can tell when he buys all this shit that that's what it is.
That's what I got for today. And let's see how things go. Hopefully, things go smoothly with my Switch 2 later this week. I don't know.
You bought 3 cases. You're a consumer, you goon, and an absolute mark.
They might or might not, I guess. We have to see if someone competent ends up being the person to try to deliver something or not. I'll be honest. Right now, I don't really have much confidence with the way that things are going. Things earlier in the week that have nothing to do with it aren't being delivered properly.
We might need to get his rainy day fund clip. I played it the other day.
Unbelievable.
His average viewer can't afford the Switch 2, and if they can, they're not buying 10 accessories. Or they might want the stuff from Nintendo. This is all off-brand stuff, which I'm not knocking, but same as Cologne, not as dumb, but
anyway,
close.
Okay, so we got a little bit of extra time. What would you guys like to talk about? Please tag me in the chats.
How you're a stupid fucking Mark.
Let's see what you guys want to talk about. Let's get some more.
An alcoholic Mark.
We got $22, and we're about to play Blueprints.
An
All right,
alka Mark.
Blueprints, there's a select audience that likes it, and it's not everyone. Obviously, this is the only time I'm playing Blueprints this week. I would love to hit the goal, to get momentum going so we can do DSP tries it on Friday. So let's get it going. Who's going to
Yeah. Who's going to give me some money? Is that what you were going to say?
be our first? So we have no subs.
Yeah, who's going to give me some money? Silent Weapons, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. I hope when it gets delivered, Phil opens the box and it's a big block of styrofoam that reads Snitch 2.
On Kick today? Are you kidding me? Let's get our first sub over on Kick right now. And who's going to be our first member? How about another super chat besides Ian? All right?
Thomas, hello. Sir, where you at?
What's up, King Michael? Good morning. How are you?
You gave me a lousy $13. What the hell is this lady of luxury gonna do with $13?
Do I have space on my table to mount a wheel? Mount? Who said anything about mounting? You have to mount a wheel? See, I don't know anything about this. If it's a
No. My brain cells are dying. Like, I can't. So you bought the wheel and you,
clip on, then I can clip right here on the table. All I'll do is I'll clear this stuff off and I'll just have it here, clipped on the end of the table. If it's not a clip on, no, I'm not going to drill holes in the table.
Yeah, don't you want me to do, don't you want me to do another DSP tries it tomorrow? Give me that $1,600, bro.
Shit, I'm not doing that. It's ridiculous. Is Moonshine going to be part of the 100 Goals Marathon? During the 100 Goals Marathon, I will have a couple of the leftover shots from previous marathons. I will have various kinds of tequila.
No. Roll back that beautiful bean footage. There is no 100 Goals Marathon. You fucking retards got shafted out of your marathon again. He was going to do this Switch 2 marathon come hell or high water. He's making it the 100 so that he doesn't have to do anything else. Y'all got scammed out of the 50 because it was his birthday, or was that viewer's choice? Who the fuck cares? I don't know. And now y'all got scammed out of the 100, and y'all get scammed out of shots every time he does this. Now you've all been so scammed. He doesn't give you the marathons. When he gives you the marathons he wants, you don't even get a vote anymore. You don't get to pick the games anymore. And every time you fucking morons give him $100, he scams you out of it. Give it, please. He desperately needs more money. Jesus Christ. I thought you had to have a certain level of intelligence, or they didn't just hand out checks. Like, I'm sorry, but before you get a check, you should reach a certain fucking IQ level.
I'll have some White Claws and alcoholic lemonades, and I have the
Alcoholic lemonades. It's Smirnoff Ice, y'all.
Moonshine, but I'm not going to be drinking that unless some ridiculous circumstance happens, because when I drank it last time, I got sick and didn't feel good. You remember I had it, and I
He cried like a baby back bitch, is what he means.
had such a horrible, feeling the next day I couldn't even stream.
Well, it was the viewer's illusion of choice, and now it's the viewers no longer have the illusion of choice.
Right away. I felt like shit. So no, I don't want to drink the moonshine if I can avoid it. You know?
Yeah, and you cried and spilled about how unhappy your fucking wife is. Yeah, we'll never see that moonshine again.
I'm not going to do it. Shout out to Omega Sauce.
Yeah, let's not forget about all the days where he makes $110, $120, $130, and it doesn't count toward the goal. So that money just goes right in his pocket, and you're no closer to the goal.
Omega Sauce is our first gifted sub of the day. Thank you, Omega Sauce. Appreciate that. Jasper. I think Jasper just triggered my printer. I'm serious.
Okay. It's probably not hard to do.
Hold on 1 second. Jasper, you were in the window, so what's going on with the printer?
I don't know, but we have to get up and walk away from our show. We have to get up and walk away from our job and figure out what it is right now.
It was making noise, and I thought Jasper was over there. Maybe I hit a button. No, I looked and said, oh, performing auto cleaning. The printer actually automatically cleans itself periodically to make sure that it can print whatever it wants.
You better be happy that it does, because we know you've never cleaned it.
Well, that's kind of cool. I had no idea it did that. It fooled me. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's actually doing something really good.
LFL Gaming, hello.
Okay.
I appreciate your sub.
Cool.
Thanks for hanging out.
What kind of tequila do I like, gold or silver? It depends. Like, silver tequila,
He doesn't like tequila. He likes gin, newbie.
I feel like... So the gold tequila typically has more flavor when it comes to, like, caramel flavor, or sometimes has a stronger, like a... How can I say? Sometimes it'll have, like, a little bit of a citrus flavor. It depends.
Oh, stop. Stop talking about things that you know nothing about. For goodness sake. Printer cleans itself more often than he cleans himself. That might actually be true. Why does he need a printer? He always talks about it during tax time. He has to print things. I don't know why. He has a guy that does his taxes for him. Tard buys thousands of dollars of Switch garbage and doesn't have a $250 laser printer.
Okay, so I had gotten distracted by the printer. So we got our first super chat from Ian. We got our first sub from Omega Sauce. We got some tips, and the biggest tip so far today is from Thomas. Thank you all. And let's try to keep that momentum going.
But Thomas, let's be fair. You could shell out a little more than $13. You can't give a man like this $1,600 in one day and then throw him a tenner and think he's fucking cool with that. Like, you can't do that. Not to a man like this.
As we head into blueprints today, because obviously this is my one stream of blueprints for the week, and as you know, when I start playing the game, a lot of people are going to leave. They're going to be like, oh, I'm so bored. Blueprints is a boring game.
Oh my God, he's fucking stupid. Auto cleaning wastes ink. It's a scam function to use up ink. I'm not kidding. Look it up. Really? I don't. Mine doesn't do that, so I don't. I don't know.
Personally, I think it's one of the most original fun games I've played in a very long time.
How much shit's he got in that room? Like legitimate shit? Because that's probably actually some. But have you never seen like his full room? Oh my God, you don't realize what you're not seeing when you're just looking at him and this like really fucking lame background. You don't realize how much other shit is in this tiny room.
And I obviously want to keep playing it and keep it in the rotation. So please, let's see if we can hit the goal today and get to 2 out of 10. We should talk over the week about what you guys want me to do for DSP Tries It later in the week, because I'm just not sure. I've looked yesterday. I didn't really see anything. Doesn't mean that there's nothing out there. It just might be that I'm not aware. So if anyone knows of anything that I could try, let me know. We're going to be doing sushi during the Switch 2 Marathon this coming Thursday.
I mean, here's the thing. Even if he never prints anything, we just saw and learned that he bought 3 cases for a console that he is never going to pick up once he drops it down in that dock. So, of course he has a printer. He probably has 12 of them.
No, I don't think we're doing DSP Tries at Applebee's. Like, seriously, it looked so bad. It looked so effing bad when we looked at the menu. It was like, oh, come on. The food completely looked fake and frozen. You know, didn't look like it was of any good quality at all. I don't think I want to be eating at Applebee's. Or at least if we're going to, we'll wait some time to do it. Like, we just did Red Robin, so I don't want to do Applebee's right now. Well, I tried the Hell Is This demo. Maybe. I didn't know that there was one, but right now I don't have time to do anything. Right now I have to focus on the games I'm playing. Maybe later in the year, if there is a demo, we'll check it out.
Phil probably faxes stuff still.
I told you guys week after week after week, I'm not going to tell you any details about my Switch 2 at all, because I don't want people messing with it. This rest
He bought, he bought 3 cases, a screen protector, even though it doesn't need one.
Sure, it's coming on Thursday. I just don't know when. That's the problem. I wish I knew exactly when. The demo came out today. Well, we're not playing it today. That's not happening.
Yeah, I have to play this game I've been playing for 2 months that everyone's already beat, including me.
Minecraft will be Wednesday night again, because last night people were very supportive with Minecraft, and I agreed that we get the support goal. I would play it again this week, so we're doing it Wednesday night.
Maybe he bought 3 cases because he ended up getting 3 Switch 2s. No, trust me, that money went to Scopely. Make no mistake. That money now belongs to Scopely. His monthly Scopely payment was made. It was made on the last day of the month, but it was made nonetheless.
Okay. Well, I think we covered everything I wanted to cover. As you see, Nightreign, I'm liking. I'm debating if I should play it more on Wednesday or not. I guess we'll have to talk about that.
Every time you play Nightreign, you're on the floor dying.
And the Switch 2 launch looks like it's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to test out so many different accessories with this thing, get it hooked up, play Mario all day. It's going to be a great day. So I hope you guys are getting more and more excited as we approach.
Yeah, we get to test out things like a screen protector in a case. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited to watch him put a screen protector on a console that already has one.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so very much. I appreciate all of you, and I hope that you enjoyed today's show.
Well, if Thomas don't come through with more money, he ain't going to be riding the high very long.
Tomorrow,
I agree. I think he was in a really good mood yesterday and a fairly good mood today because he had not had the opportunity to burn big money on WWE champions like that in over a month. The last time he really wailed out was April 27th, and he wasn't able to do that until May 31st. So he got his food, he got his booze, he got to go out and spend a big bunch of money and blow $1,400 on WWE champions. Happy as a clam.
Again, and thank you for watching. Tomorrow we'll obviously talk about how Blueprints and how Truck Simulator went, and any other gaming news, etc. And then we will jump into more gameplay fun. Thank you all for watching the Level 1 Podcast. I will see you all tomorrow.
Okay, so he's gonna shuffle off and go on his break. So let's roll it back just 1 second.
Tomorrow, we'll do it all again. A very long time. And
okay, $28. Let's see where he's at.
I guess kitchen.
Well, about a half an hour later, he's made nothing.
Sale. I guess we'll do that.
Don't you guys want to watch this riveting gameplay? Let's take a listen at this riveting gameplay. He's watching the chat. He might not know what to do. He might be looking for help. So my apologies. He's probably looking for what to do.
Obviously, we're not going to do chef salad, but we'll probably buy the club sandwich. Get some bonus steps. There you go. Okay. All right.
I don't know if that was a limb or what that was.
I was just going to say I would love to get some green rooms, but sadly...
I don't know if he was scanning for money or if he was scanning to know what to do, but yep. I'm not surprised that he hasn't made $11 billion.
This is a dead end, so I think I'll go with the den. How's everyone today? What do you want to talk about, everybody? Come on, let's hang out while I play Blueprints, have some conversation. Let's not just have me playing the game just for...
Ouch. 172 people watching on YouTube. Nightbot taking up the chat. Damn. He's had his hand held through the whole gameplay. Oh, I can't imagine otherwise. I mean, really. He whines when he gets stuck and no one has an immediate answer. Oh, I know.
For the sake of playing it, let's talk. Let's chat it up.
Why? You never look over at the screen. You don't acknowledge anybody unless they have a colored bubble around their name.
Jabble, of course we're doing that to get 30 coins, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That was the least excited hell yeah I think I've ever heard in my entire life. We gotta get those coins, baby. Hell yeah. He doesn't sound at all like he fucking wants to stick a gun in his mouth and end it all. Don't be mean to me, YouTube. I wasn't suggesting that he did. Or that he should. Or that he would. Be nice, YouTube. Don't throw away my channel.
Well, this stinks. I guess we'll just go garage, because I could definitely use the 3 keys. And then we'll backtrack.
Well, I am not sitting around for this. I've already played the game, and I've already beat it, and I don't want him to ruin my memories of this game, because I really, really enjoyed it. So that is going to do it for me. I hope everybody had a good time. It was lots of fun. This guy is just something fucking else. I hope that you will be back. We will stream again tomorrow. I will have to leave slightly early Wednesday. So we have nothing to worry about now because tomorrow will only be Tuesday. I just realized that in my mind. We're moving on. I do invite you to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to. That's totally fine. I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do. We will do this again very, very soon. Everyone have a wonderful day. Take care. Be safe. And I hope to see you soon.